Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Of the Devil.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
What is up?
Oh,
Good to be back with this one. Yeah, literally, brain meld, cross Discord brain meld. You gotta love it. Good to be back with this one. I think we're both feeling that in our marrow. It's been a little bit, and I'm very excited to continue this case, continue this chapter, see where we're going. Yeah,
genuinely, yes. This case is so intriguing and cool, and the writing in this game is just so excellent, and I'm thrilled that we were able to pick it back up again.
Everything good over?
Punching my mic. We're coming in. We're both feeling a little. It's the end of the. Or at least me. I'm feeling a little.
Well, you asked me how I was, and I gave a full-hearted. I don't know. So. It's kind of one of those days, but I'm delighted to be playing this game, and more importantly, I'm delighted to be hanging with you, Allison. So that's not I don't know. That's a full excellent. Yeah, hoorah.
A full excellent, so happy. Likewise, I'm so happy I'm here to hang out with you and play this game together. It's just always a highlight of my week. And also, hello to everyone in chat. Thank you to MF Mega 0X for the sub as well. Thank you for 3 months. Thanks for hanging out with us.
RNG World Danger. I saw you hanging out. I was like, hey, it's RNG World Danger. And then unbelievable, wonderful. Thank you for the gifts.
Thank you for the 13 gifted. Thank you for the total of 113 gifted.
That's amazing.
To the channel. RNG World Danger, thank you so much. Oh my god. Everyone get those stars. Everyone line up. This isn't like old school kindergarten. Everyone's doing amazing. Everyone gets to like put their stars on the
board, the good boy board. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Seriously, thank you
so much.
It is always incredible and just very, very much appreciated. When last we left off in this game, we've been exploring the demise of our main character, the world-renowned serial killer, also prosecutor slash defense attorney, not prosecutor, sorry, defense attorney. We recently lost our best friend, David Asher. And David perished at home while having drinks with one of his peers at Noble Electronics. And we've been running around trying to prove that this was potentially a murder, potentially under suspect circumstances, because currently the police are ruling this as a suicide, and we're trying to figure out a way to make sure that that doesn't hold up in court, or at least in pre-court. In a formal meeting with a couple of people hanging around.
A preliminary hearing.
Exactly. We've been running around with our brand new daughter, Sarah, who is it's true. She's our brand new daughter. She was gifted to us by David as his final act towards his dear friend. And we are trying to figure out what her deal is, because she seems to be a model of warm android that is super not on the market, very expensive, very experimental, and also very humanoid. And that's interesting, but not something that we can deal with right now, because right now we're dealing with David's death. We went and met up with David's now ex, who is a music writer and just overall musician, and we were like, hey, what's up? And he was like, yeah, we broke up. It sucks. And we're like, that's rough, buddy. And then we left. And that's kind of it. And now we're back at David's apartment trying to see if we can learn any more before we go to the hearing. I believe we were feeling like this might be our final step before we go to the hearing.
Yes, we have like a lot of evidence that we have been building, like trying to figure out David's cause of death, the time of death, the timing is all very suspicious. The person he was interacting with was suspicious. He seems to have been poisoned in some way, but the poison isn't traceable because it's a drug that doesn't seem to be like traceable. It's some sort of like black market drug. There are a lot of factors at play here. Yes, this is the X.
Yeah, just for Caddy, this is the X, Isaac Porter.
Yes. Who? Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out. It was a low-key
conversation.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like how he's going to play into this. I imagine they're bringing him in, narratively as like a potential kind of like suspect in this, but I don't see him as such. I feel like it's more like, I don't know, he's going to have some information or be able to reveal some vulnerability of David's that will play into this. What is our sprite doing?
I don't know. Morgan also doesn't seem to feel that. We bailed on the conversation pretty quickly. I'm curious whether Porter is going to be part of this case, like an active part of this case, or whether this is setting up characters for down the line. They did that a bunch in Chapter 0, where they introduced a bunch of characters that didn't factor into Chapter 0 at all. But now that this is a formal real chapter, maybe that's not how it works anymore. We'll find out. That's for us to learn.
Yeah. Is there anything in our files that we want to oh my god, MF Mega 0X, thank you for the 5 gifted.
Oh,
thank
you. That's awesome. Hey. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think so. Not yet. I guess we can look at what these two terms are, or we can explore and then do just like a term reading thing in a bit.
I was gonna say, can you hit these two terms just as like it helps me as a little refresher? Because I don't think we read this?
No, they had the little red stuff next to it.
Okay, cool. Cube, which is code, noun, a defunct mid-21st century programming language. Cube was a Tier 5 programming language commonly used in the mid-21st century robotics. Intended to support robust behavior trees in low data stream environments, its design philosophy emphasized lean, goal-oriented learning that would not be reliant on the bloated libraries and always online API popularized in the 2030s. Rousseau Fluff, real name unknown, first began working on Cube in 2044 as part of a student robotics project. Cube 0.9 released in 2045, and by 2048, Cube 3.1 had already found itself embedded in robotics engineering across the globe. Despite having what is considered a relatively high barrier to entry in user knowledge and execution, Cube gained widespread popularity, particularly among disaffected communities and third world countries where internet access would remain unreliable for the next 2 decades as regional conflicts would continue. Infamously, Contra fighter engineers utilized Cube during the 27-day siege to seize mechanized weapons from peacekeeping forces in a cyber warfare operation that is frequently cited as the key reason as to why the siege lasted as long as it did. Cube has not been developer supported since 2063. It is considered a defunct programming language. Because much of its documentation was never ported from the old net, and due to its incompatibility with tenets, there is little to no corporate interest in the ongoing grassroots digital archaeology effort to archive it.
Yeah, we were learning last time about a couple of different generations of coding languages and how it's all sort of been consolidated into it's we'd have to
one
go
language.
Find it. Yeah, the one language.
Tesseract, and it's not Tesseract, is it?
Tess. Yes, it is Tess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you saw me freeze because I was like, I think it might be Tesseract and I don't want to move on from the screen if it is, but I remembered it being called something different, which is Tess.
This is the modern language that's kind of used for everything.
Yeah. And it's like that always online system. Yeah.
What was the context in which Cube came up as far as
I think it was that David used to use it.
That's right. Okay.
And that was surprising. I believe that's the context.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Because it's like a dead language essentially, or just
and it also seems like it's like a radical language too, at least from what you just read. So I don't know. I'll read this. Never Hydroponic is a movement calling for sourcing food exclusively from farms utilizing natural sunlight. Lobbyists for the movement have made unsubstantiated claims about superior taste and nutritional value, but the label has yet to receive official state recognition, and thus the presence of the term or terms like it on food packet. Sorry, the dashes are very confusing there. I realize what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Term,
there's no space
dash,
between them.
or terms like it, dash, on food packaging carries no weight and is not backed by any legal guarantee. So it's a little bit like original organic.
Yeah.
One of a number of food sourcing movements that arose in the latter half of the 21st century as rising sea levels reduced the total amount of arable land around the world and shifted the global agricultural industry towards hydroponics and vertical farms, rural skyscrapers where each floor is utilized for food production, saving on real estate costs and reducing the impact of unstable weather or on agricultural input.
Wow.
I mean, vertical farms aren't a bad idea, but
no,
the requirement for them in this instance, because there's no land that can be farmed, is
Yeah. The complications of this futuristic world. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, this is Morgan. I'm all out of time. Gotta approach this from the other angle.
The other angle?
You know, inductive versus deductive. Flip the chessboard and all that. Haven't you ever read a mystery novel?
I've seen mystery films.
Well, let's see if you paid any attention then. What killed David Asher?
Poison.
10 points.
There's a point system?
Now, how did that poison get into his bloodstream?
He must have ingested it orally.
And how do we know that?
The medical examiner found no injection marks or wounds.
And if he had inhaled it?
Inhaled it? Why?
Leave the whys to someone who actually understands them.
Sorry, I was hearing dog licking noises, and I wanted to make sure Basil wasn't chewing her bandage. Oh. She's fine. She's being very well behaved.
How is the child doing?
She's still in it. We got everything re-x-rayed, and they're like, it's healing, but it is not healed. So 3 more weeks in the splint.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It's 3 more weeks in paw jail.
I know.
No.
They warned me. They were like, dog toes they're really hard to heal. And I'm like, okay. And sure enough, here we are. But she's being very good. She's being very well behaved. We're seeing to it.
Good.
But it's a long process.
Oh, poor thing. Okay, thank you for the update. I was very curious.
No worries.
I won't be able to understand anything if I don't practice.
Practice by answering my question.
I suppose it's possible. But highly unlikely. We would have found a delivery system for it in the building, like an inhaler.
Right. An airborne poison is either shoved in your face or sprayed over a wide area. And no one around David has shown any kind of symptoms. So all we're left is oral intake. Blah, blah, blah. I thought I was left with is oral intake.
That would have also made sense.
Yep, that's what my mind kept wanting to say.
I getcha.
Eliminating the impossible. What's next, Adonai?
Young's corroborated statement was that David didn't exhibit any irregular symptoms or behavior until he started drinking that night. And the police didn't find anything unusual in any of the food or drink in his home.
Except for his cup. The results were inconclusive.
Young was drinking from the same bottle and the same type of cup, but didn't get sick. We have to conclude, then, that David's cup alone was poisoned.
That all seems logical. And consistent with the police's theory of suicide. So why are we down here?
Minus 10 points.
Back to 0?
David left the parlor and came back with whiskey and 2 cups. Young told us as much, and apparently the cameras upstairs support her story.
So, we have to conclude then that he got them both from this bar.
Better. 5 points.
Huh.
Did he also get the poison from the cabinet?
The police have been here since we left. According to their ARCS files, they didn't find anything that matches that poison down here.
So the poison somehow went straight into his drinking cup then. I need to flip this
I
around.
feel like we're in the wrong room. It feels like the nanomachine printer in his office is the most suspect thing. But then that really is suicide. So tricky. Yeah.
Saying that the nanomachine printer in the office is what, like, printed the drug, essentially?
Yeah, that based on everything we've learned and just the fact that the game was like, we need to give you a bunch of information about this so you'll understand it, makes me think that the poison came from the nanomachine printer. But if it did, then it's suicide. So I guess we need to figure out another version of this.
Could it have come from the nanomachine printer but not have been printed by David? Is there any chance of that?
I mean, we got into the computer.
Yeah.
So somebody else hypothetically could. Also, if it was something, I imagine we're down here to look at the, there's a different word for it. My brain is just providing climate control, but you know what I mean? The house, like, biometrics monitor system.
The fancy thermostat.
Exactly. We know that's down here and that it has a really long password, and I imagine that's why we're in this room. Makes perfect sense. It should be able to have more detail than we do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it's definitely, I imagine it's possible because it's also been suggested that David had a partner in creating Sarah, that it seems odd that Sarah might have been created entirely, but also that may be not even a red herring, but like related more to just that David had a partner that Morgan didn't know about.
Yes. Yeah. And like
different
maybe
types of partners, but
yeah, that's less to do with Sarah's creation and more to do with like there's just another party that was privy to David's like space and goings on and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That Morgan didn't know about. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mull this one over and let them kind of talk it out.
Absolutely. And
so.
this is less me being like, we're on the wrong track. I'm more just because it's been a little bit, I wanted to articulate that I was like, I figured when we came to David's place, we are going to deal with the nanomachine first, nanomachine printer first, but I'm intrigued to see how this all goes.
Yeah.
But if you turn something 360 degrees, then you're just back to...
I said flip it, not rotate it 360 degrees. Whatever.
Confusing language.
If I were the prosecution, what would I want more than anything? Proof that David knowingly added the poison himself.
He wouldn't do that.
And you can make that claim because there's no video evidence to contradict you. Right, because there's no video down here to show... There's no camera down here. Oh, she said flip twice. I understand now. Okay.
There's definitely no cameras in his office because that was like for security. And then down here, I believe there's also no cameras. Although the camera coverage has been a little vague only because some of the footage has been hidden from us. So because of Young.
That's right.
Up until she revealed herself.
Right, because she didn't. Yeah, she was having her lawyers were withholding that.
Yeah.
Video footage. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, his office, and then I suppose in here. Okay. How long was David off camera?
From 7:36 p.m. to 7:40 p.m. when he left the parlor to get liquid from this bar.
So if we had David on camera for those 4 minutes and he didn't poison himself in that time.
He would have a perfect alibi for the crime.
Proving his innocence.
But Adonai, we don't have footage of that. There are no security cameras down here.
Yeah.
I think there are.
That's when I say that things have been vague. It's like, we know there's no cameras in the office, but here they've kind of gone wishy-washy on a little bit.
Okay. This whole building is coded head to toe in Penumbra security systems, courtesy of Noble. Every console, every corner, every android on every floor. It's all plugged into Penumbra. Except that.
That panel is...
manufactured by Cotter Security Systems. Why would David put a console for a different security system in exactly one corner of his penthouse?
I've never given it much thought.
Well, that's been bothering me all day. But my curiosity alone can't scale a 64-digit wall.
You mean...
Signal hijacking, or whatever you want to call it. Have you tried it before?
It is illegal and unnecessary. Father would not... He would not have installed hidden cameras in his own home.
At the end of the day, I can't make you do anything. Well, actually, I probably can, now that you're registered to me. But aren't you the one who wanted to prove his innocence? Oh, thank you, MF Mega 0X, for the additional gifted. Thank you so much.
God, I started saying it at the exact same time.
We really are connected.
We
through
really
the Discord
are.
today.
I know. We've got a full-on brain sync going. It's great.
I love it. That's so good.
Eliminate the impossible. I will need your express verbal command.
Not like David can press charges against us at this point. Do it. Do it. Did you really need me to say that?
For the purposes of record keeping, yes.
Hey, if you...
I've gotten past the 64-digit code, and I have found cameras. There are a number of them embedded in the room's walls and ceilings. As you theorized, they are on a separate network from the rest of the building.
Let's go! Where are they feeding to, if not Penumbra system?
Behind my hibernation unit.
A false wall.
Oh, a false wall in the back of a safe.
Double safe. Double safe.
Double safe.
I don't understand.
That's like having a false bottom, but like way more extra. And I do appreciate that.
Why would Father possibly have a hidden system of cameras inside his own home?
Beats me. He was brilliant and more than a little odd. Throw in a little money and odd becomes eccentric.
I see.
Or
think?
Or paranoid, perhaps.
I mean, yeah, that definitely feels like a major part of it. But paranoid of what specifically, I think, is still an interesting question. Also, he seems like he was just kind of a weird guy.
He's
maybe
quirky.
Affectionately, I don't know. I like it's hard to pin down David from what we know of him so far.
Yeah, because, it sounds like he was brilliant, but it also sounds like he had some abrasive relationships with the people close to him in his life. I mean,
he churned through dates. We found out, and didn't seem to care about that at all.
And like, I know that like we were getting an account from like, a disgruntled ex. But still, it sounds like,
But it wasn't inconsistent from what we've heard a little bit.
No, it wasn't. And he'd also observed David's behavior for a long time.
Yeah.
leading up to them getting together. So, and then, you know, what Young has said as well, some of the things, I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah.
He's a complicated person.
And maybe less paranoid and more just obsessed. Because he derailed, not even he focused his entire life on not Sarah, maybe Sarah. We don't know if it's like Sarah specifically, but like, you know, he changed his work. He took, you know, on a whole bunch of new roles at work so that he could absorb information, so that he was equipped to make an android like Sarah from the ground up.
Yeah.
Basically alone. And that seemed to be the entire focus of like the back half of his life. So, yeah, maybe less paranoid and just single-minded.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's interesting. I don't. The hell was he thinking? What was he afraid of? Why didn't he come to me for... Time's short. Gather facts now and leave the computation for later.
Okay, let's go. Please, 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 please.
Advance? What is the advance?
I don't
know.
I don't know.
Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go.
Wait, no, it just I clicked right trigger because I couldn't click on anything, and now it's talking about the painting again.
Oh, no, wait, we already talked about the painting.
Yeah.
So is that the original?
It was appraised and confirmed to be genuine.
At least it didn't get ripped off. I'm a Philistine when it comes to this kind of stuff. What does an android see?
I see a meeting. Or perhaps an encounter. 2 apex forces of nature. 2 kings of the forest. A stag and a tiger. I think.
Oh, great. I'm officially less cultured than the robot.
It's a fun interpretation of that. Can I click on the thing? We should.
I feared not. Maybe we've got to click on something else. What's to the right? Anything? That? Okay. The liquor cabinet this mystery hinges on. The police have been through it all by now, and they didn't find foreign contents in any of the spirits. No poison to be found here. Well, not that kind of poison, anyway. In which case... Can I make you anything?
Well, if you're offering, I'll have...
Sorry, you're way underage, aren't you? 2 years old or whatever?
Technically.
You're too baby!
That's tough. You're gonna be too baby for the next 16 years.
Yeah. Ugh. It took that a lot worse
Sorry.
than I thought. No, it's okay. Cheer up. Maybe you'll find a mocktail if you climb to the top of the ladder.
This is a rolling ladder, a kind of step ladder, not a ladder. It's a step ladder, not a ladder, Nick. God, pay attention, Nick.
That's funny. What?
Remember, a ladder extends, but a step ladder folds out.
And?
It's important to know the distinction. I'm a Maya reference. Thank you.
I'd bet my life savings that this subject will never come up again. Ever.
I don't. Give me a mystery. Look, you're going to get one or the other. You're either going to get a stepladder reference or you're going to get a give me a P, give me an I, give me a P, give me an E. What's that spell? Pipe!
Pipe!
You get one or the other. Or both, maybe. We'll find out.
Oh my god. Oh, there's that thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Are we not just rehashing the same?
We are. I wanted to click on the thing, but it won't let me click on the thing. So this is what we're doing.
Cool. What did David even do with all this equipment? Dry his laundry?
What makes you so sure he wasn't exercising?
Did you ever see him use any of this crap?
No. But he must have used the weights when I wasn't looking, since he promised me that he'd take better care of his health.
Sarah, these weights are all maxed out. David couldn't have put up numbers like these even if he was piloting a frame.
Don't be so sure, Adonai.
Pardon?
The following is a true story, based on primary sources who were present for the events and its aftermath. Copenhagen, 1981, 8:10 a.m. local time. A towering man with the musculature of a world-class professional rugby player enters the Global Donk Bank on Friedrichsburg Lane. He explains to the bank teller that he has a bomb in his suitcase and that he wants his gym bag filled with unmarked bills.
This is rad. This is some zero
Exactly.
Zero
See,
shit.
we're getting all of the visual novel references. We are in a fridge. We are freezing. Let me tell you about this thing.
Have you ever heard of the case of
Exactly.
This will not
100%
come up again. A security guard approaches him from behind with a nightstick and swings. But the man simply catches the weapon and bends it into a twisted knot with his massive dinner plate-sized hands. When asked to describe the suspect to the police afterward, the teller had only this to say: "That man was all muscle." The rest of the bank heist proceeds without incident, and the man exits the building just as police arrive on the scene when suddenly his suitcase explodes.
Oh,
But it's just a smokescreen. Local officers quickly recognize the ploy and rush towards the door, grabbing each of the hostages as they flee while desperately searching for the perpetrator. What they find instead is a diminutive, frail, sheepish young man, barely 160 centimeters tall, holding a gym bag full of money with no recollection of how he got there. Renowned psychologist and trained hypnotist Dr. Werner Kurtzer wrote the following in his diagnosis: acute dissociative identity disorder. That's right, the man had a split personality. And so great was the disparity between his two halves that when they switched control, he physically changed, becoming taller, bulkier, and capable of previously unthinkable feats of strength. It's like that movie Split, you know, that one that actually was about a supervillain and actually was a sequel to Unbreakable, and M. Night Shyamalan didn't tell the studios that he was going to make it until he had already made it, and then he was like, I do need the license because it is a sequel to my other movie, and they're like, the fuck? True story. So be careful what you say a man like Father can't do just because of how he looks on the outside.
oh my God, like father reference. Sorry.
Now streaming on Hold On.
Yeah.
Check it out on Spotify.
Sarah, every single word you just said was false.
But it was a zero escape, but I zero escaped. Huh?
You zero escaped.
I zero escaped.
You zero escaped the facts, Sarah.
No! You can't just say shit. You can't just say it.
You can't just go on the internet and tell lies.
No.
Don't believe everything you read on the net. You just read a creepypasta.
Okay, what the fuck else am I looking at in here? What's going on? What am I looking for?
God, this is so funny.
That. We already talked about that. Whatever.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. We found it. Oh, sorry, I just looked over at chat. What's the story with this anyway? Some kind of fault in the foundation?
I don't know. I've never noticed that crack before.
I want to get those eyes checked.
There's nothing wrong with my vision. This crack just must have been created during my most recent hibernation.
Say crack again.
Crack.
Sorry, we've got so many references. How? Did David drop a weight? A bunch of times over and over in the same spot? All right, let's refocus here. So there's some kind of hidden door behind your bunk bed, huh?
Essentially, though a bunk bed would imply a second or third.
How do we open it?
One moment. I see.
Got it open already?
I cannot open this door.
Why?
It is a Tethys basics
Sturdicure.
It's a lot of
Sorry. As you described, as you described in our recent Delta Rune recording session, when I panic, I do just give up sometimes.
It is a Tethys basic Sturdicure.
That anti-hack feature is in the name is real.
It's a closed system, Adonai.
The hell am I supposed to do now?
It's strange. There was an if-then toggle enabled in the security parameters.
I don't follow.
When Father last adjusted the settings here, he made it so that the door would never open so long as I was hibernating.
And he made it so that I was the only one who could wake her up. Meaning, this is a door that only I can open?
It'll be a 6-character password, some combination of numbers or letters. Did you and Father have an influential moment in your life that revolved around a 6-letter word?
Nothing comes to mind.
No.
Is there a code word that he knew only I could learn?
Oh, I can.
Father. I don't know.
Oh no, sorry. I didn't press enter.
Murder? 11037.
God.
Do it.
Could it be your birthday? Or his?
If David set the password to something as dumb as that, I'd never forgive him.
Yes, you say, Adonai.
No, he would have picked a code whose significance was only obvious after the fact.
I can't bring open my thing. I can't bring open my thing. We're on our own.
Is it our name? Morgan? Murder Murder Morgan.
Boobies
Sorry,
is a
like
good. Thank you, Caddy.
boobies.
Thank you. Good contribution. I appreciate it. We got the best minds
Roscoe?
on this one. Oh. What's important?
It would be weird if it was our name.
What was the name of okay? We have. I wish I could bring up the thing, because there's like, what is the name of the booze that they drank, or Sarah is too short, obviously.
Yeah.
Morgan fits,
like-
but that would be strange.
Yeah, Morgan and Murder both fit.
Yeah.
That would be really spooky if he made it Murder, because then he's like, I know what you did. Gosh, yeah.
Nothing
I'm trying to
heartbreak fits.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of the booze. Heartbreak doesn't fit?
No.
Okay.
No version of heartbreak fits.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
I can type killer.
Killer is kind of cool.
I'm opposed to
yeah.
It doesn't fit.
Doesn't fit. Damn.
No.
That didn't work either.
Wait a sec. We have the moment. One sec.
Now is the moment. Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Evidence? whiskey?
Rose River.
Rose River. That's too long.
River would fit.
River?
No, it's not.
River?
No, it's too short. It's too short.
Oh, okay. Young's Cup, Young's Story, Nanofit. I'm just... Go to David's profile. Is there anything in there? Driving, Lynch, street food, crowds, fishing, custom designed by... Uh-huh. Okay. This is unhelpful.
Yama
Okay.
would fit. I don't know why that would be what it is, but it would fit.
I like how it's one of the things is shampoo. Expensive.
I mean, yeah, makes sense.
We could try murder. We could try Morgan. We could try poison. We could try Sarah is too short. Yeah. Porter.
Porter would fit.
Porter would fit. Porter would fit. Yeah. Do you want to just try some things while we brainstorm?
Yeah.
Perhaps a deep breath would help you refocus, Adonai.
Adonai would also fit.
Adonai would work. Yeah. It's not like I'm taking multiple choice test, Sarah. Either I know the answer or I don't.
I see. So, do you know the answer, Adonai?
They're really hammering it. It's Adonai.
It's Adonai. I'm getting there.
It's got to be.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They double hammered it. They double hammered it.
Yeah.
They're like, Adonai,
did.
Adonai, Adonai. It's like, okay.
It's opening! What was the password, Adonai?
You'd never guess. Oh, it's the secret lab.
The secret lab. Another nanoprinter.
Okay. There's another one in here. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, that's not the nanoprinter. That's the
no.
diagnostics thing, right? That we put
Yes.
Sarah
or that's
in?
the backside of Sarah's chamber.
Could be
Or
that
that's
too.
just a diagnostics chamber.
We'll
yeah.
see. We'll see as we click around. Yeah.
Okay. Did feel a bit out of character, David utilizing so much cloak and dagger tech. And I have definitely been struggling with the idea of him doing home improvement. But one step in here and it all makes sense. It's a panic room.
Scary.
A panic room is a place for rich people to hide in when people start bouncing bricks off their windows. Yeah!
Sorry, a nearby dog was barking loud. It set her off.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, all good.
That's all good.
Yep. Panic!
Yeah. They're typically not even on the blueprints.
So when Noble built this penthouse for one of their executives...
Someone slipped this into the mix, and it's remained in Noble's blind spot ever since. All David had to do was repurpose it. Make sure you're capturing all of this. I don't want to miss my one chance because of a discovery technicality. She's like, I got a brick! You better watch out!
I see you. Hey. Yeah, it's okay. It's just a dog. You're also a dog. I don't know how to tell you this.
Guess what? You are a dog.
I understand, but you needn't specify. My memory is flawless. I can play back visuals, sound, sensations. I can even give detailed reports on air particles.
You mean you can smell?
Better than any human. And some canines, like that other one that's barking.
So, does it smell stale in here to you?
Stale.
It doesn't to me. Almost like someone's been in here recently. Almost like someone visits here frequently. All right, let's try booting up the computer.
You don't think the console is password protected?
2 physical doors, a 64-digit code, and a half-ton Android, and a secret phrase? If David set a password on this PC after all that, I'm going back to the morgue to have a word with him. Good. It's already signed in. Oh, this is a cool angle.
Yeah,
this is fun.
cool. Yeah.
You're looking for camera footage?
I'd also settle for a note plainly stating that he feared for his life. I don't know. What am I doing? Here, you search for video files. They'll probably be timestamped and formatted for short-range devices.
I have the subfolder. The cameras stream live data constantly, but the files are clipped at fairly regular intervals. Once every week, it seems. The most recent video file here has footage going back 8 days. It was accessed yesterday, around 4 p.m.
Yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You were asleep then, so the only person who could get in here at that time is David himself. All right, let's see it then.
Of course. It's just that I am having difficulty.
Try double-clicking.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Real
Real helpful,
This
Adonai.
this is very millennial shows up to fix the router.
Yeah.
Coded.
Yep.
I have been trying to open the files from the moment I discovered them, Adonai. But they are encrypted.
Damn it, David. You leave me enough clues to get this far, but you won't let me use your computer. What's the brand on the encryption program? If I rush a subpoena, they might have a backdoor I could bluff them into.
These files were not encrypted with any commercially available tool.
Ah, shit.
This appears to be Father's own work.
He encrypted them himself? Oh, God. Ah, shit. If David Asher hand wrote the encryption on these files, there's no one alive who could... Hey, was Dawes just flattering you back there? Or is your processing power really that special?
Adonai,
Can you break his encryption? Yes or no?
with enough time,
And how much time would that be?
I would estimate it at 2 to 6 hours.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's a 4-hour window.
No matter how sophisticated, encryption is still a code that must be deciphered. And when deciphering any code, process proceeds exponentially, which makes it particularly difficult to determine the amount of time required to complete the process.
2 to 6 hours. Okay. I don't have any better options. Get started.
I started 4 minutes and 23 seconds ago.
Oh, finally showing some initiative. But you've been talking to me this whole time.
That doesn't require much brain power. I have the ability to analyze data in parallel by utilizing subconscious processes, so long as the work required is rote.
So you're doing it in the back of your head?
Actually, I'm speaking to you in the back of my head. I could give the decryption process my full undivided attention, but it would become non-responsive. But I would become non-responsive.
Hey, that's a pretty nifty feature. I'll have to keep that in mind. All right. Can you take this show on the road, or do we have to rip this computer out of the wall and find a battery?
I have copied the encrypted files and will work on them as we travel. We can leave whenever you're ready.
I want to look at the drawing of like an igloo or a turtle or whatever that is over there. I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to look at this whole ass room. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Still can't believe David let me get this far just to shut the door in my face at the last second. Oh. But he did let me get this far. And the computer's not the only thing in here.
Thank you.
Cabinets are a lot less eye-catching than his computer, but knowing David, that's all the more reason to check. Lots of paperwork. Bonds and holdings. A platinum bar? His birth certificate. Might be nearly as valuable. Can't imagine what people would pay to steal David Asher's identity. And down here, at the bottom, a binder. Noble's logo on the front, and in the middle, enough pages to dwarf one of those phone books you see in period pieces. They're masking it in legalese, even on the table of contents, but basically, this is his employment contract. Hold on to this for me.
It must be very important if you're giving it to me.
It's certainly very heavy.
Was there anything else in there?
Expecting an updated copy of his will to show up.
It is a possibility, isn't it? That was a plot point in Sheep Detectives, after all.
Maybe in a corny old murder mystery.
How dare you? How dare you don't talk to Sheep Detectives? A widely beloved and respected genre with over 2 centuries of...
There is something else. Your papers.
That Evangeline Morgan be given immediate and complete ownership of the android designated Sarah.
Oh. It's dated a few weeks back? Had he already made up his mind about all of this? If he had, why'd he hide this where no one else could find it? Was that just a backup plan? Well, at least we've got something a bit more concrete than Starling's word now.
Her word should be plenty, shouldn't it?
Not if people realize how precious you are. As a collector's item. We've yet to meet one person who knows what the hell you are. But Noble could have easily argued that you fall under private technology or physical holdings. Unless I had something like this.
It's good that you do, then. I'm glad that father wanted me to go with a friend of his.
Yeah. This'll give me a huge tax write-off when I donate you to a for-profit college.
You could at least pick a charitable institution.
It's just an old saying. All colleges have been for-profit since the 60s.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
Oh, jeez. You can cheer up in the car. Hail us a ride to the courthouse. Priority.
I want to look at the drawing. Morgan.
Yeah,
Let me look at the drawing.
I want to look at the panic room more.
Yeah.
There's an upcharge at this hour for priority transportation.
That's irritating. But I'd like to have more than just a few minutes to prepare once we get there.
The upcharge is a multiplier of 5.7.
I'll prepare on the way over.
Very good, Adonai.
Expensive Uber.
Very, very. Boy, that's a surge price.
Jeez.
Does it excite you? Going into courtrooms?
I'm not cutting out at all, am I? Do you hear me cutting in and out?
You
or
weren't
you get-
until you just said the word cutting out, and then it did cut out,
Get
which
out.
is funny.
Okay.
It's funny how that happened.
That's so funny. I had to ask because you have cut out a little tiny bit in the stream. The Discord stream has lagged me ever so slightly.
Yeah, just keep me
2 or 3
updated. You've sounded other than that one word just fine.
Okay, perfect. I just
Also,
wanna make
if
sure.
it becomes unwatchable on your end, please let me know and we can figure something out.
Okay. Nah, we're good for now. I just
Okay.
want to make sure that my audio sounded okay.
You're all good. You're all good.
Cool. Thank you. What do you mean?
You don't feel the tension in the air as the audience murmurs amongst themselves? You don't feel a fiery sense of justice rising in your gut as the prosecution smirks at your ragtag assembly of witnesses?
Do you really think this is going to be like some kind of movie where the good guys save the day?
Probably not.
Sarah, this isn't My Cousin Vinny. Come on.
No. But I'm a Maya reference. And Phoenix only lost, like, I don't know, that one time, but that was on purpose. So. Though that would be nice if it were.
What's your deal anyway? Did David train you off of a movie marathon from hell or something?
Nick notably lost really badly one other time, but we don't talk about that. Anyway.
We did watch films together, if that's what you're asking. Though he was rarely the one who suggested it.
So you were the aggressor. What's an android get out of watching a flick anyway?
What do I get?
Why do you do it? Like, what's your reason?
I'm not sure how to answer your question.
Never mind. Forgot what I was talking about.
Talking to.
Oh, talking to. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I like the performances.
Sure, there you go. You got a crush on Humphrey Bogart or something?
He's a handsome man. But he's not the actors I like so much as it's not the actors I like so much as their performance. The truth is, besides Father, I have very little experience when it comes to people.
I hadn't noticed.
I read the net, and I watch people and what they share of their lives. But it's all so subtle, so hard to follow. There are so many unspoken rules that can't be taught, only learned, and I often struggle to grasp them. You're also complex, so detailed. But the characters on screen are exaggerated, larger than life. The actors enunciate, their body language is precise and meaningful. Their faces are bright and softly lit, and their eyes are... It's fiction. So these characters and their stories, they have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And the people on screen don't ask anything of you except your attention. You can't disappoint them or make them feel awkward. You can just watch and learn. But what about you, Adonai?
What about me?
Do you like movies?
Yeah, sure. Back when I was a kid.
Really? Who's your favorite director? What was your favorite film?
It was a long time ago. I don't remember.
Oh.
Bonding moment missed. Just sailing over their heads.
Just fumbled that, Morgan. Come on.
Actively did not engage.
Yeah.
State building. Floor 48.
Things are quieter than I expected here at the courtyards. Courtyards.
Sorry. that was less of a haha you fumbled and more the sounds of courtyards really tickled me. I don't know what to say. It was just a pleasing audio.
I think my brain did courtyard and courthouse at the same time.
100%. I watched it happen. It was just, like I said, it just was a funny sound.
Meet me at the courtyards. It's going down. Though I've always felt courtyards is a bit of a misnomer.
I don't know why that tickles me so much.
Government building is probably the best way to describe these towers, all-encompassing and impenetrably vague.
I wish I guess looking at it now that there are differences between the dashes. I wish there were spaces before and after the long dashes.
That's a long dash and then that's a short dash.
Yep.
These towers, M dash, all encompassing and impenetrably vague.
Yep.
I understand now.
I understand.
Morgan, I can't read you tonight. 100 floors of officials and documents and paper pushing queues. With a couple dozen courtrooms squeezed in along the way. Didn't think I'd be arguing in court when I woke up today. Didn't think that my friend would be dead, or that he'd have thrust an android onto my lap either. I could just walk in there and concede. Emma would be irritated and more than a little confused, but I could play it off as an exercise in grief. The android would complain, loudly, of course, but I wouldn't have to listen to it. Now that it's registered in my name, I could probably just order the damn thing to reset its memory. But I haven't done that.
I was about to say, but notably, you've not done that.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I don't plan to. Why? It must be because I have my suspicions as well. Sarah insists that David would never commit suicide, and I haven't actually stopped to ask myself whether or not I agree. David was rational, subdued, private, hard on himself, and not prone to emotional outbursts. So maybe that's why I'm finding myself outside a courtroom, prepared to humor and add suspicions before the state. Because I don't really believe David killed himself either.
That's the first time she's properly thought that.
That's true, yeah.
Which is funny, because one could argue all of the data we've actually gathered kind of points towards that, like, the state's conclusion. Which is funny. It's like, as she kept getting more data that not proved, but like aligned with what the state was saying, she slowly slipped the other direction. Was like, actually, I don't know.
Yeah,
something feels wrong about this.
Yeah, so it's interesting that she's been able to state it, not out loud, but actually like say it to herself.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So there's something here, even if it's unusual that all of the evidence is pointing to it being a suicide.
Mm-hmm.
In the fact that all of that evidence exists and is lining up, you know? Yeah. What's your progress bar at?
I can confirm that I am making progress.
Well, shit, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But it would be difficult to summarize that progress in terms of a completion percent.
Give it your best shot anyway.
4%.
Oh.
Are you feeling confident in your case?
Markedly less so after hearing that.
Do you think the judge will be amenable to your argument?
What are you talking about?
Do you know the judges that we've been assigned? Are they particularly lenient or strict?
Adjudants are always a coin flip, so... You do know what an adjutant is, don't you? Are you expecting to see a bearded old man with a robe and gavel when we get in there?
Adjutant.
Sorry.
Adjutant.
One that I've always read but never said out loud.
Totally fair. You were saying it, and I'm like, that doesn't sound quite right. I think it's adjutant, but I'm not confident enough to correct you, because also I hear that one read a lot. I hear that one read. I see it with my eyes.
Yes. We're
on maybe a quarter of the cylinders.
But we are connected.
But we're connected.
We are on the same wavelength. But that wavelength
together we have half cylinders. And that's what matters.
Woo!
Should I not?
Adjutants are android judges, okay? with all the authority that entails.
I am surprised to hear that people are willing to accept rulings made by automated dependents.
Rulings come from landmark cases in the higher courts. Those are passed down by actual judges, real people with decades of study and experience. But not every eviction case or traffic ticket that ends up in court requires years of legal expertise. Sometimes all you need is a referee and a sentencing algorithm.
So, androids are used to reduce caseload.
Been that way for decades.
But how was a law that replaced judges ever enforced? Wouldn't there be injunctions stalling?
Judges did fight it for years at every level and in every theater. But the public lost their patience for that kind of obstruction during the 60s. The state needed to shred budgets across the board. And so judges that couldn't be replaced by years of legal battles were instead ushered into early retirement by the unrelenting force of our great nation's accountants.
And it's not controversial having machines determine sentencing for human beings?
Whatever controversy there is, it gets aimed at the machines, not the people who put them there. And the machines can't lose sleep over it. Besides, it used to be that even the most high profile of crimes wouldn't get a court date until weeks or months later.
Sorry, I'm seeing the questions about what happened in the 2060s. Is that when the 27-year war thing or whatever it is happened?
Or 27-day siege.
That,
I think
thank
so.
you. That makes more sense. 27-year war is a long time. That's a lot of time. One moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it even in our? Is it
I
in
don't
our
think
list
so.
here?
It's been referred to in some of these, like this, I think.
Yeah.
Um.
It's down further, I think.
Yeah. Because if this was released in the late 40s and then utilized in the 27-day siege and then discontinued in the early 60s. Huh.
Since 2063.
So maybe not. Maybe those are unrelated. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Huh. Okay, I did read this line. Yeah. Nowadays, most crimes are prosecuted within a single business week.
And that's not rushing things?
Keeps people in my line of work on their toes, that's for sure.
I'm just surprised to hear that there's so much haste.
Don't they teach you about classical conditioning in android school? You gotta feed the dog immediately after you ring the bell. If punishment doesn't follow the crime in quick succession, the lesson doesn't stick.
I see. But if adjutants are so effective, why aren't they used in every trial? Why aren't they used in politics?
That's a logical question to ask.
And the answer is...
That logic only gets you so far when it comes to people.
Doesn't everyone want the courts to be just as possible? If adjutants are truly impartial and incorruptible...
Everyone wants justice, sure. But there are other considerations to be had.
Such as...
Disgust.
What?
That's all people really care about. What all their morals boil down to. Just what they do or don't find disgusting. Only problem is, everything's more palatable when viewed through a screen. So when everyone sees the world through AR and cameras and no one ever gets dirt under their fingernails, You'd be surprised what you can get away with.
I don't understand.
Yeah, well, therein lies the problem.
Are we straight in?
Seem good? Okay. Oh. 6:24 p.m.
Courtroom 48D.
Courtroom? I guess so. Huh.
Hi.
Hi, Emma.
There's
Just
a lot
a
of people.
preliminary. That's, yeah, what? Hold on. Huh. Just a preliminary hearing, huh? You wouldn't know from the look on her face. But I shouldn't have expected any leeway once we stepped into the courtroom. Not with her.
And Emma has a 100% win rate against Morgan thus far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the adjutant up there? Is it asleep?
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
I thought she meant the loading screen.
Oh. I like how we were both like, whoa, we did not expect that.
I mean, you know what? I gotta give them props. If you're gonna make a robot judge, extra them the fuck up.
Yeah.
Look, they're like, what's a symbol of justice? It's gotta be blind. It's gotta have a wreath. It's gotta, what evokes justice so that people aren't freaked out by this?
Yes. We need to convey that it's just. Fair.
This is some real Paradise Killer shit that I'm seeing in front of me.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I like the comment. They put sexy in the adjutant budget.
They did. We got to make sure that that's part of it.
Justice is blind, but you're not.
Nice.
It needs to load?
Don't be rude. Not every ad can afford to be decked out as extravagantly as you. Especially not those the state buys in bulk.
Yeah, they shelled out for the shell, but it's running Windows 98.
Yeah.
There's an audience.
It's running on Cube.
Yep.
No, they would never. You mean the gallery? Oh, that's nothing. It could have been a lot worse. Word of any trial in the case of David Asher's death must have spread like wildfire. Even a mock trial like this one. Detectives like Reyes or London would get chewed out for leaking things to the press. But uniformed officers had little to lose and a lot to gain by dropping a text to their attentive friends in the media. And then there's the corporate plants. Interns, usually. Preferably ones with modded eyes. It's illegal to film inside a courtroom, but this is the year 2086. Things are gonna get out one way or another. I don't like having my face on camera. I don't like attention in general. But I'm not such a coward that I'd skip David's funeral just because there'd be a paparazzi outside of it. My pretty little likeness was gonna end up in the background of some tabloid photograph one way or another by the end of this circus. At least this way, it's decent marketing for my legal services.
What will happen once the adjutant finishes loading? How will the trial proceed?
With all those films you watch, I'd figured that you could extrapolate.
I am asking so as to correct any misconceptions.
Well, not everything you saw on the silver screen is outdated. The court will come to order, and there will be a clarification of the charges. The defense enters a plea, and if it's not guilty, the prosecution begins making their case.
That means calling witnesses to the stand, correct?
Mostly. Sometimes they'll testify virtually from a separate location.
I wonder if June is going to testify. I imagine not, because she stayed... I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Young, not June. Sorry.
Young. Okay. Depends on the security concerns surrounding the particular individual and the case. That seems to imply that Young might be zooming in.
Well, I know. Well, maybe like with a like voice filter and no webcam or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
I don't know. Because, again, she revealed herself to us, but I wonder if she'll do that here. And yeah, we've just been talking so much about 999. I think I got my wires crossed. Sorry
got you.
about that.
Yep.
What do you do then? Sit here and watch?
Not if I want to get paid. I cross-examine witnesses after the prosecution are done questioning them. I can present evidence or witnesses of my own in response, as long as I have discovery backing me.
You've said that before. Discovery means...
Just that I can't pull stuff out of my pockets and present it without any kind of context. I have to have proof that I acquired it legally during the course of my investigation. Most of the time, that means having recordings or witnesses that can verify my investigation.
Which I can provide.
You didn't think I was letting you tag along because I liked you, did you?
And the jury? I don't see where they would sit.
The jury hasn't sat in an actual courtroom for years now. They have their own chambers where they watch a feed of the trial's proceedings in anonymity.
And that's not an issue? Don't people want to look someone in the eyes before passing judgment on them?
You've got an old-fashioned sense of justice, don't you? But there's no jury in a preliminary hearing anyway. It's only meant to evaluate whether or not the prosecution has enough evidence to go to trial. A mere formality in today's day and age. With tools like optics and arcs, there's never any shortage of evidence to work with.
So all you have to do today is convince the adjutant.
Easier said than done. Adjutants lean heavily towards evidence over arguments. And right now, all the evidence suggests that David killed himself. If it's going to be an uphill battle, I can't afford to stumble. I need to focus on establishing an alternate interpretation of the facts, and it needs to be solid. But I don't have a suspect or even a motive for killing David. Yet. Anyway, I'll need to be sharp. Emma doesn't play nice enough for me to be anything less.
I think it's waking up.
So extra.
Oh, Justice, look at you.
I guess I can be 8084.
Sure.
Because you are Emma and Sarah.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. Okay.
This third lower court is now in session. Adjutant AD 84 presiding. I call
No.
I call to order the case of the people versus Asher. What the fuck are my eyes doing?
Wow. Wow. Who designed this? I want to have a chat.
Really funny.
Who is like, gotta have big thighs and a little animated face mask. Yeah.
Face mask, but Justice is blind, don't forget. But also, we had to make it a little silly.
Gold nails.
The long gold nails. Oh my god. It is kind of amazing though.
It is, but also again, who is responsible for this? I want a name.
Yeah, I just want to talk to them, okay?
Do the people wish to make an opening statement? No, Your Honor.
No point in bothering when it's just the adjutant here.
Very well. Do the defense wish to make an opening statement?
Not at this time, Your Honor. Might as well ring the bell and get this shit show started.
Morgan, I feel like you should have stalled for as much time as you can, given
Right?
Yeah.
You know, like 4 to 6 hours?
Yeah, I know. I think now is a time for a fantastic improvised monologue, personally.
If neither the people nor the defense wish to make an opening statement, then it falls on me to set the stage. My model is Adjutant. My unit designation code is AD-84. I am a machine, an automated dependent, and I serve the state by presiding over trials. You might find yourself wondering why. What gives a machine the right to judge a human? A fair question, but the answer is simple. In every culture, in every society, no matter how it is worshipped, enshrined, or deified, justice has had one defining quality. Justice is beautiful.
You have eyes behind. Why did they
There
give
are-
you- Why was that even necessary?
That's so extra.
Who is responsible? I want a name.
Stat, please.
Oh.
Like a balanced equation, like the golden ratio, like the Vitruvian man. Justice is beautiful. So, what gives me the right? Oh, this gorgeous bod. What is happening?
Even Emma's like,
I didn't expect to get this one today. I'm going to be honest. 1 through 83 are surprisingly kind of basic and boring. And then they got real weird with 84 through 87. And then they kind of went back to normal.
Wait, maybe I should change the inflection, the tone with which she speaks. To like, it's this gorgeous bod.
I think you can flip back and forth, honestly. It seems like there's a bit of that going on.
Whatever, forget it. Forget I said anything. I was trying to lighten the mood, but I can see everyone hates me. Do the trial without me. They're guilty or whatever.
Just there's
Why?
writing and a barcode. Her barcode is on her back, but she also just has writing all over her jacket, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
She is so slay. Yes.
They're guilty or whatever.
They're guilty or whatever. Your Honor. Wait, what the flip? This defendant's already dead. Why are we doing this?
She's picking her nose.
I'm picking my nose. Of
What's
the,
up there?
android
What's up there?
boogers.
How does that?
The nano boogers, obviously.
They're important.
Is this a debug thing? Because I'll log the error if I need to.
No, Your Honor. This is a preliminary hearing to determine whether David Asher did, in fact, commit suicide as he...
I get it. You want to make sure he wasn't cuckoo in the cranium before you cut up his will like a T-bone. She's got Junko vibes. What is happening?
She does have Junko vibes, surprisingly. Didn't see that coming.
I didn't realize that adjutants were so, lively.
They aren't. They're supposed to be austere and statuesque. Looks like we got served the most in need of repairs adjutant the court system could find. Huh. Whatever paper pusher we rushed to get this trial going must have wanted a little payback for the kindness. What's that look for? Could it be you're trying to size me up? Wouldn't dream of it, Your Honor. Good, because if you have any doubts about my ability to run this trial, I can always just enact summary judgment here and now. I'm sure you'd find my ruling to be fair and even-handed. That won't be necessary, Your Honor. She's much more of a character than I'm used to seeing up there, even counting all the flesh and blood judges I've met. But she's still just an adjutant. She'll follow the evidence where it leads. So as long as I make a few adjustments for the occasional outburst from the bench, my plan's still workable. So, people, shall we get started with that first witness?
Right away, Your Honor. The people call Dr. Yumi Sato to the stand.
All right, chop, get your ass up here. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? Good to see you again. Hot stuff.
Hello.
It's Yumi.
Hey.
So how about it, pretty lady?
Big old fist. Wah!
Big fist.
Woohoo!
You swear to tell the truth, the whole and unadulterated truth to the best of your ability or whatever?
I do, yeah.
Good enough for me.
Dr. Sato, you were in charge of the autopsy for David Asher, were you not?
I was.
And when did you make your examination?
I started last night. Well, technically 1 a.m. would be very early this morning.
I think you can still say last night if you're talking about 1 a.m.
Objection! The defense will have their opportunity to cross-examine. Until then, they should refrain from making errant remarks.
The hell? All I said was... yeah, what she said. You mean sustained? Don't get cute with me, counselor. Being cute is my job. God damn, we've barely gotten started.
I give Emma credit. Emma immediately was like, okay, this is how we have to play this.
Yes.
That seemed bad, Adonai.
Making mistakes will increase your blind. Heads up! Sorry.
Thank you.
Blind is how much credit you'll lose. Blind is how much credit you'll lose for answering incorrectly when you yourself aren't controlling the ante. Blind increments on its own throughout the trial as the stakes get higher, but resets at the end of each day. Blind starts at the cap out at a higher number if you're playing in high roller, which we are not.
No.
Mind the blind number in the top left when it appears. It helps you gauge what you stand to lose.
Thank you for committing to the bit.
Heads up!
Heads up!
Heads up!
Okay.
We should try to avoid being penalized in the future.
Oh, thanks for the tip. Shake it off. I'll get my chance to raise objections of my own soon enough.
Dr. Sato, were you able to determine the cause of death?
He passed away due to respiratory failure.
Could you explain what that means to the court?
Essentially, he wasn't getting enough oxygen into his blood. It seems by the time he arrived at the hospital, he was no longer breathing.
What does respiratory failure look like? What are the symptoms?
There would be lightheadedness, dizziness, fainting, pale skin, and a bluish tinge around certain extremities.
And the condition he was in matched those symptoms?
Correct.
In your experience, what are the most common causes of respiratory failure?
It can be caused by injury or disease, but the subject had no wounds or reported illnesses and otherwise appeared to be perfectly healthy.
And what else could cause respiratory failure then?
It is also commonly seen in fatal drug overdoses.
Drug overdoses. Did you perform a tox screen on Dr. Asher?
Yes, but his tox screen came back clean. whatever killed him, it wasn't something we've encountered before.
Wait, a clean talk screen? Clean?
Heads up! Dialogue will now proceed automatically during testimony, but you can still choose to advance text manually with continue.
I would prefer that.
Yeah,
Because we're reading.
you'll need to read carefully and wait for the witnesses to make a statement that sounds wrong.
I flinched because I thought you were going to scream wrong.
Sorry, my brain was working. So
No.
this is about to be like a nonstop debate. It sounds like
It's gonna be a nonstop debate.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah, and then we
so-
have to call out the things that stand out to us as sounding incorrect.
Okay.
We have to. No, that's wrong.
No, that we got to know that's wrong. This. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Then hit the call button to call their bluff.
Okay.
Hover over the call button or toggle insight to focus on the claims within the witness statement. Insight can be disabled in settings. Testimony will loop until you call.
Okay, so it's literally nonstop.
It's
debate.
literally a
It'll
nonstop
loop.
debate. Okay.
Okay. Can't let this chance slip by. I need to catch her mistake the second it comes out of her mouth. It's
It's literally nonstop debate.
I love it here.
There was some ambiguity up to this point. It seemed like it was leaning more in the Phoenix Wright direction, but nay.
No, we are squarely back in Danganronpa.
Yes.
Let's go. That's this. Yeah, that's it.
The subject passed away due to respiratory failure. Can I toggle insight?
He wasn't getting enough oxygen. That's the insight is the
Okay,
is the
and that's what you're
important part
calling
of the
on.
phrase.
Okay. I understand. Sorry, I can't bring up my menus or anything like that. I've been trying. And I'm not. I don't think I have a way to cycle between my evidence, but we know what they are. It's the whiskey, it's the upright cup, and it's the papers. David's like contract, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
And and I don't think you can pull anything else up.
Okay.
I guess the toggle insight is basically
See what you want to call on.
Yeah, it's getting the highlighted text, whereas like in nonstop debate, the highlighted text is just always there.
Yeah, which it could be. I can keep it on if we want, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, I didn't mean to call. Fuck, I just pressed continue.
Shit. Oh no.
I'm sorry, A is continue. A is continue. I thought X was call.
Oh no. Wait.
It says A continue at the bottom of the goddamn fucking screen.
Yeah, you weren't selecting on. Did we accidentally select call and you clicked continue on it?
I guess I just pressed A. I just wanted to progress the text. Okay. After choosing to call on a statement,
this is a controller mapping issue. It sounds like.
Okay.
It's more suited
Fucking
for mouse and keyboard in this
fine.
section.
But that's so.
Dang.
That's. I'm sorry. That's just amateur bullshit. Okay. Fine.
That's frustrating. God damn it.
Look over the 3 cards that show up and confirm your card before the timer runs out. We're gonna have to eat chips.
I think so. I don't even remember what we called here.
Not
young,
anything meaningful.
No.
Whatever.
Okay. Wait, this art's cute though.
It is cute. You're joking, right?
Just trying to keep things light. But that's supposed to be my job. So quit scabbing. Overruled.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
I need to choose my objections more carefully if I want to get anywhere.
Okay. Yes, we got
Okay,
whiskey.
we start over.
We got David's contract. We got the upright cup.
Okay.
Essentially, he wasn't getting enough oxygen. Essentially, he wasn't getting enough oxygen into his bloodstream.
Okay.
He would have experienced lightheadedness, dizziness, and then fainting. As the subject was healthy, their respiratory failure must be attributed to drug overdose. But when a tox screen was run at the hospital, it came back clean. It was puzzling, to say the least.
Something she said just now doesn't make sense.
Okay,
Is
I
it the
can
clean
bring
tox
up the... All right, one sec. I just want to see what these specifically say. We know this doesn't have toxins in it. Okay.
Yeah,
And
so it's not
then-
the whiskey.
This is David's contract. I don't know why this would have anything of relevance, but just to be sure. Details, compensation, grounds for dismissal, definitions for what constitutes a breach of contract, and how arbitrations would be handled. Not a light read. Okay. No, obviously not for this one. And then it's not David's cup. It's the upright cup. That's the other thing. The water glass? No, it's called... They called it upright cup. Oh my god. Fine. Controller, fine. Controller, you live over here now. Okay.
It's not David's cup. It's Young's cup that's upright.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So where is the Young's cup? Okay. A plastic cup with a small amount of whiskey left in it. Found upright on the dining table at the scene of the crime. Saliva and fingerprints match Helen Young. Contains no traces of foreign elements. So it's got to be the whiskey, right?
Yeah, like now I'm thinking like maybe the whiskey was nano printed with the substance in it that's untraceable. Like
well, but Young drank it.
Oh shit! That's
The same
right.
whiskey.
That's right. Yeah.
I think we've narrowed down that whatever, if there was something, it had to be in David's cup.
It was in David's cup.
Yeah.
Was it the cup itself that was printed?
Could be.
That maybe
Interacts with whiskey in a weird way.
Yeah, and that it, the drug was like printed into the plastic itself or something.
If that's the case,
I don't know.
That's at least 15 of these down the line, you know?
Yeah.
So for this particular one, we need to, okay, so had respiratory failure, couldn't get enough blood, air, like oxygen in the blood. We could just go through them again. I'm just trying to figure out what the whiskey needs to be presented on.
Yeah.
I have evidence that directly contradicts her, so I just need to find out the right moment to present it. Okay.
Respiratory failure.
Okay, I see why the button mapping, but that's inexcusable, but that's fine.
You hover over it and then you see the...
Yeah.
I understand. Okay.
I probably could switch back to controller if that's how that works, but so respiratory failure.
Okay.
He wasn't getting enough oxygen.
Okay.
Nothing here.
Okay, not that. Healthy.
Nothing there.
Respiratory failure must have been attributed.
But the tox
screen.
I mean, this is obviously the thing that doesn't make any sense, but how does our current evidence relate to it? We know there wasn't toxins in the whiskey, right?
So they say yes. There wasn't anything in the whiskey. Yeah. Can we save actually?
Not
or
yet.
no? We're not in this scene now. No, I don't think so. Okay.
I can cycle back. Give me a moment.
Okay. Yeah, maybe might be good to.
Okay, so it's clearly
grab a
on
save.
that one. One sec.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how their logic works here, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
Because
yes.
we can jump to it, like, but I can't clearly articulate what it is that they're trying to they're trying to indicate here. Again, the evidence, just swapping between them. No foreign elements or toxins.
No foreign elements or toxins. Yeah, and they both drank from it, apparently.
But that doesn't contradict the clean tox report. And the other thing isn't...
Oh, wait.
What the hell is tox screen? Send attending physicians back to med school. Send apologies to attending physicians. These readings are a nightmare.
What?
Is the
Okay,
third...
is-
I mean, the third, because, like, that's the contradiction. But is
Yeah,
that what...
yeah.
Is it David's tox screen or David's contract? That's the evidence. Give me a moment.
Oh, yeah, let's...
And it doesn't show me, does it?
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't like this
No.
UI. Allison, I don't like this UI at all. And nonstop
Turns out
debate, you can
Nonstop
toggle
debate
between
was
them
better.
in the bottom. Nonstop debate is way better than this. I don't like this at
Oh,
all.
no. I want
I don't
our
like this at
bullets.
all.
I think it's... I think maybe select... We saved. I think let's call talk screen.
Yeah, it's clearly the tox screen. It just,
Yeah.
I thought it said that we had David's contract, not his tox screen. If we have his tox screen, then that's it. That's obviously it, but did the game crash?
Oh, no. If you hit continue to the... Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's David's contract. It's not his tox screen.
Describes David's employment and fireable offensive... Wait. Drank by young, not poison, half empty. Wait. Negative for poison.
I don't...
Do you want to... I mean, we
I'll
could
just
pick
present
his...
this.
We could present his contract. Let's see
Why
what
would we
happens.
present his contract?
I have
Okay,
no idea.
it's this, apparently.
It's impossible for David Asher's talk screen to be clean, and we all know it. Oh, because he was drinking whiskey. It should show up.
Oh,
as
okay.
alcohol
Just like
in his
completely
blood.
clean. Okay. All right,
He
that's
should have
fine.
alcohol in his blood. Duh. Right.
Well, yeah, I guess that is a duh, but like we have a whole tox screen. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
what a weird
yeah.
piece of evidence to present there, but okay. All right.
But it's a good point. It's like,
But don't
why
we
is it
have like video recording on our Android of us going over the tox screen and know it? Like, I don't know. That's just a very strange thing, but okay.
Yeah, because it felt like there was. Yeah, like we are. Like I don't know.
We didn't
already
miss that
knew.
tox screen was in our evidence. We went and clicked on it.
Right. Yeah.
It's
went and-
weird if we have that to not. I don't know. Whatever.
It's weird.
It's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
It's fine. Whatever.
It's fine.
This is fine.
Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Since he was on camera drinking alcohol the night that he died. Ah! That makes sense. And that scared you?
The witness merely misspoke, Your Honor. As it plainly states on the tox report itself, Dr. Asher did have alcohol in his blood, but not at such a concentration as to be lethal.
Yeah, my bad. When I said the tox screen was clean, I just meant it didn't tell the attending. It didn't tell the attending physicians anything they didn't already know.
Overall, a little more nitpicky than I like to be, but at least I was able to balance the momentum, more or less.
Shall we continue, Dr. Sato? If the tox screens were negative for pharmaceuticals and drugs, what caused Dr. Asher's respiratory failure?
During my autopsy, I analyzed his blood and was able to isolate a foreign compound.
So there was a lethal dose of a drug inside his body. It just happened to be a drug that the hospital had never encountered before.
Yeah, that's correct.
I think we're all going to get tired pretty fast if we don't at least pick a placeholder name for this substance, Your Honor.
The people don't object, Your Honor.
In that case, I'll put all my creative heuristics to work coming up with an original, scientific, fitting name for this substance. A name like Omega-3.
Great. Well done, Judge.
Great. Cool.
That name is already taken.
Fine. Call it Delta or whatever.
Delta, used in science to denote an unknown variable. Not bad.
Delta has other meanings when it comes to drugs, but yeah, our Delta matches no known public pharmaceutical or toxicology records. That being said, chemically, it does have all the hallmarks of a general depressant.
I know the feeling.
So it stands to reason that it would exhibit a similar effect on the body when ingested. You say ingested. Why? I eliminated all other possibilities during my examination of the body. He must have swallowed it, and judging from its stomach contents, it must have been a liquid. Thank you, Dr. Sato. Shall I summarize things for the court?
Yes, please. I wasn't listening that closely.
The victim died of respiratory failure, and his tox screen showed that his blood was clear of anything that could cause respiratory failure, except for this unknown substance, the poison we've labeled Delta.
Well, that sounds like a textbook suicide. Should we wrap it up here? Not quite yet, Your Honor. This may clearly be a poisoning, but there's at least one detail about this case that doesn't feel like a suicide at all. Unknown substance in the blood. Young's testimony drank with David before he died. Didn't see him add anything corroborated by cam footage. Could be that. Negative for poison. Also could be that.
Young's testimony seems early. Because it feels like we need to first establish that the whiskey was safe to then demonstrate why it's important to know that nothing was added, but maybe that's just game logic. But this is a game, so...
Yeah. Was a drink before death, negative or poison? I could go with either one of these. I'm personally leaning on Young's testimony.
Okay. I'll present that.
But I don't know. It could be wrong. I see what you're saying with the whiskey. It's almost like to rule it out, game logic.
Yeah, the prompt is no. I can.
Oh, sorry.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
The prompt is it's a classic suicide. So yeah, it could be Young's testimony. Maybe we're just skipping the part where we have to establish that they both drank the same whiskey.
Yeah, maybe the whiskey will come back up. Yeah. The people shouldn't get ahead of themselves. There's nothing textbook about a supposed suicide that had a witness sitting there watching it happen.
As you say.
Okay, so it's what matters is that there was a witness, not... We'll probably still have to go through the cups and the whiskey and the stuff, but maybe not. Yeah. We'll see.
I think you might be right. Well, now I'm lost. Was this poisoning a suicide or not?
If that's the case, then perhaps we should give the defense the opportunity to cross-examine, unless they're going to insist on testifying themselves.
Oh, how kind of you to offer. Ball's in my court now. So how do I counter? Emma's argument basically goes as follows. David ingested the Delta knowingly, and the Delta caused his respiratory failure. He died of respiratory failure, thus, David committed suicide.
During blackjack! Every piece of information you learn deals you a card. Card! Sorry. Heads up! Oh no. Wait. Oh no. Wait, go back.
There was something else. Go back.
Go back.
Oh no. But or else we'll bust and
I feel like we missed key information. You'll go bust and lose credits. Oh no. There's nothing I can do. This is why I don't play with a mouse.
The level of control.
Select the press option to see what the follow-up question would be.
I for log? Does that come up while we're here? While we're receiving heads-up instructions?
No.
Dang. Okay. Oh, L for log. Sorry.
That also doesn't work.
Okay.
You can only win blackjack when you've reached exactly 21. So we have 12.
Yes. It's a big L for me. Sorry.
So don't press further if you're already there. And don't ask the wrong questions. Here's the hope. Does this bring up the... Yes, it does. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. During blackjack, every piece of information you learn deals you a card. Choose only the questions that are logical and relevant, and only press if you think a line of questioning is worth continuing, or else you'll go bust and lose credit. Select the press option to see what the follow-up question would be. You can only win blackjack when you reach exactly 21, so don't press further if you're already there. Okay.
With my cross-examination, I need to put a microscope over the weakest part of the argument. And hope that some cracks will appear under pressure.
Okay. Are you sure it was ingested? Yes, we're all pretty sure it was ingested. Are you sure it was respiratory failure? Probably. Are you sure Delta is to blame?
It's interesting.
No, the tox screen is weird, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably the best one to ask. Yeah.
Alcohol is only... Wait, where's the other tox screen? Sorry, we have... Are the tox screen and tox report different?
Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe they're different. Oh, this is the autopsy.
Oh, okay. I understand.
I
now understand what went wrong last time. My bad.
I see why we got confused. Okay.
Unknown substance detected in blood stream across approximately 1820. Unclear. Okay, so no. It looks like it's just kind of vague. These readings are a nightmare. Okay, so I think that's the one to challenge.
I think so. Yeah. Dr. Sato, you were only able to even identify the presence of this delta after hours of work. Can you really be sure that this never before seen chemical can cause respiratory failure?
Well, I have had time to run simulations, and they do give every indication that it would act as a depressant. And just enough of any depressant, and respiratory failure would occur.
I think we stay. We probably don't press that further, right?
Well, don't we want to get to 21? Or do we press on different... I don't know how this works properly. I don't know if we press 1 up to 21. Only simulations? Yeah. Like only simulations though, right?
Oh. I'm torn.
Do you want to go back and do the other two statements?
Well, we saved, so we could try pressing and see where that takes us.
Okay.
Yeah. You've ran simulations. So you haven't tested Delta on an actual person?
No, I haven't. That would be very difficult to do, given our extremely limited sample. Not to mention highly unethical.
Of course. But without such a test, you don't actually know for sure that Delta can cause any of the symptoms you've described.
Was there a question in that statement, counselor?
You don't actually know for sure, do you?
No. Not yet, anyway. Okay.
So
we're at 16.
Are you sure it was respiratory failure? I'm actually intrigued by that.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't it possible that he actually died from something other than respiratory failure?
Well, no. No,
Whoa.
not really.
Oh, fuck! God damn it! Sorry. You can reload back. I like the way you read that line, too. Fuck! Damn it.
You could argue or speculate about what caused the respiratory failure, but it is, in fact, a fact that he died because his heart and lungs stopped working.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out just how this works, I guess. Like,
Yeah, no,
trying to get to
I don't
21, right?
fully get it either. Because
Okay.
the other two statements seem pretty ironclad to me. Like, we're pretty sure it's ingested. We've reiterated that a couple times. And
Yeah.
so I guess do we just keep pressing Delta?
I guess so. Yeah. Oh man, but we busted and we lost a bunch of
Yeah, we did.
coins, chips, whatever.
But I just don't feel good about selecting ingested because, again, we had a whole conversation with Sarah about it being ingested.
Yeah, I don't really want to say that either.
So, but we've already asked about Delta being to blame. I guess I could just keep hitting it, see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Well, I'm feeling the way you often feel. I feel like this is a bust. And like I want to like restart this section, but maybe I shouldn't have that mindset.
This is the same. This is the same. This is the same.
Okay.
And we already pressed on it.
We did.
Okay. And we didn't get an opportunity to repress on it, so I don't get it.
Yeah, and like okay.
It's the exact same.
this.
It's the same.
It's the same
okay.
thing.
So it's still there, but it's just looping. So I guess we have to ask, are you sure it was ingested?
I guess so. Yeah. Dr. Sato, you said that the subject had to have ingested the Delta orally. But how sure can we actually be about that?
Pretty sure. I mean,
Oh.
I could go into detail about all the cavities that I checked, but we have to press it because there's no other. Was it knowingly ingested?
But how sure can we be that the subject ingested the Delta knowingly? Okay.
Well, we can't be sure of that. Certainly not just from an autopsy.
You said it must have been a liquid, yes? Would it have been a large amount?
It depends on the concentration of the delivery solution. It could have been just a drop.
The kind of thing that could easily go unnoticed, yes?
It calls for speculation, Your Honor.
Withdrawn. Oh man, I wanted to jump on her case. Seems like that's...
Morgan, you don't get to be all cool about this. That you did nothing there. With a ton of love, Morgan, you did absolutely fuck all there.
With love, fuck this.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Dr. Sato. We all appreciate it. But it does seem like we're still in the dark about many details regarding Dr. Asher's death, wouldn't you say?
Well, poisoning via the compound we're calling Delta is still the most likely explanation.
So there are other explanations for what happened.
Defense is calling for speculation, Your Honor.
It's not speculation when a medical examiner is attempting to explain the cause of death, Your Honor. The witness will answer the question.
Well, respiratory failure can be caused by illness. If he had undiagnosed pneumonia or some other disease and his respiratory system has weakened.
Undiagnosed pneumonia with his level of healthcare?
It is technically possible.
Walking pneumonia. I'll take it. I have no more questions for this witness. Ugh, that felt weak, but I can't be picky when I'm stalling for time.
At least you're saying it. You're lampshading
Okay.
the hell out of game design, but I'll give it to you.
At least she is admitting that she's stalling.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was weak as shit, but I need my daughter to try.
She's like
and
looking directly at the writer, like, do better.
Yeah.
What was that?
Seeding doubt wherever I can, however I can, is just about all I can manage.
Detective Reyes, you were one of the leads in investigating this crime scene.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you interview the EMTs who first arrived on the scene?
I did. They responded to an emergency signal from the home security console located in the kitchen.
What did they find when they arrived on the scene?
The victim was unconscious on the floor of his parlor. He was receiving CPR from a witness, the individual who had called them. They were both airlifted to Gatesfield Memorial Hospital, and Dr. Asher was declared dead shortly after arriving there. Oh, she's actually handling herself pretty well up on the stand. I half expected her to roll her eyes during the swearing in. But when you take into account the consideration her love for boot heel authority, she might be right at home here in the courtroom, the very seat of the state's power over the people. The witness met with the deceased about a half hour before he fell ill from 7:30 to 8 p.m. The two of them talked for some time and shared a drink. Shortly after, Dr. Asher became distracted, lightheaded, and eventually non-responsive.
And during that same time period, drinking the same liquor, this witness exhibited no symptoms themselves.
None. Through a collaborative effort with Noble Electronics Security Division, we searched the entire building. But we found nothing unusual in any of the food or drink on the premises, including the bottle that the witness and the deceased drank from.
So, what was your ultimate conclusion about investigating the scene, after investigating the scene?
The whiskey bottle was clean. The witness's drink was clean. Only person who got sick was Dr. Asher, drinking from that cup he had prepared. So it was our determination that Dr. Asher committed suicide by poisoning himself. She's pretty tight-lipped up there, but I think she slipped up at least once. The police want to claim that they've eliminated every other possibility and covered every angle. But I know there are a number of blind spots that they're not willing to admit to. Before we go in to this,
we got to get through at least the first summary of it. Sorry.
A cycle. No, you're good.
Yeah.
Upright cup.
David's cup.
Poison?
Okay.
Quick, what molecule is that? Quick, somebody Victor, come back, look at the VOD. I need you to tell me.
Okay, so 7:30 p.m. last night. The one who prepared the drinks. No opportunity for the witness to ever slip him something.
I don't know about that.
A cup that he himself poisoned. That's probably it, because I think we'll look at the cup. One sec.
Yeah.
We're not presenting this time. I'm just cycling through. We scanned the kitchen, the lab, the basement.
Okay.
And there was no poison anywhere else.
Okay.
All right, one sec.
She slipped that there. I knew you were to say. Okay.
Please, for me, please. Okay. Okay. Not terms. We want evidence, but we'll get there in a moment. All right. Yes, it is break time.
Let's do it. All right, everyone. Let's hop up, stretch, get your snack, a drink, and we'll jump back into this case after a short break.
Yep. See you in just a moment. Welcome back from break, everybody. Let's do this thing.
Welcome back. During the break, I conscripted the help of my chemist husband to see if we could figure out what that molecule was on the poison card. This one. It's not real.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's supposed to be fabricated.
Yeah. We were searching around for it and couldn't find anything known that is replicable of this.
Well, hey, look, I think that's them doing their due diligence. If they're like, nah, this is a fake ass molecule. Yeah, this ain't anything.
It's a fake ass molecule. It's like, it could be real, but it's literally not anything that, like, at least in the cursory searching of the past 5 to 10 minutes that we could find.
Fair enough.
More you know.
All right. So the 3 pieces of evidence we have going into this conversation are this, which I think is a viable potential option. No additional trace is found anywhere at the crime scene or in David's penthouse. So that's good to know.
Okay.
And then we also have David's cup. Forensic analysis shows matches for his fingerprints and saliva, but toxicology tests have proven inconclusive. Too much of the whiskey was drunk and or evaporated. So it's unclear whether the drug was ever in the cup, which we know. So that's also possible as a counter. In fact, they kind of have crossover in a weird, uncomfortable way. So I'm not sure which they want. And then the other one is Young's cup, which contains no traces of the foreign elements. Again, which is covered by the poison ? So, yeah. All 3 of these kind of say the same thing. So we just need to figure out which one we want to use here.
I'm leaning towards David's cup, but we'll see. Yeah.
Okay.
Save. Hell yeah. Let's
All
go.
right. Let's do this thing.
Okay. Okay, yeah. 7:30. What is it? 7:30 p.m. and is dead by 8. Yep.
He's the one who
He's the
prepared
one
their
who
drinks. That's true.
As far as
it's like this is a nitpick. Like it's kind of not. He brought the booze up and he brought the cups up, and I guess he maybe poured them. So I guess maybe prepared their drinks sort of sounds like he did more than he did. But let's see.
So the other thing I'm confused on is like he prepared the drinks upstairs in the kitchen. He just went down to the bar.
He
to
brought
get
the bottle
cups.
and the cups up. Yeah.
Okay.
To our knowledge, I believe.
To our knowledge. Yeah. We still we haven't seen the footage yet to confirm.
Exactly.
I still think there's something going on with those fucking cups. I don't know. No opportunity for the witness to Okay.
He drank from a cup that he himself poisoned. I guess this is just David's cup, just being like, no, you don't know that.
Yeah. We don't
this
know
is
that
just
he
you don't
poisoned
know
it.
that. Okay.
David's cup. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You can't make that claim. Not when the evidence record clearly shows that tests of David Asher's cup were inconclusive. The police can't claim he drank from a poisoned cup without first proving that the cup was in fact poisoned. You're talking a lot of sense, lady.
Thank you.
Does it resolve? Or do you have a response, D.A. Rockford?
Testing on the deceased cup has been inconclusive so far, Your Honor. I don't dispute that. Though I'd be surprised if the defense has any idea how else the poison could have possibly been delivered to David Asher alone.
Not at this time, but that's the funny thing about the burden of proof, It's not the defense. It's not on the defense.
As we are all aware.
Wait, is she playing on a Game Boy Advance?
I think it's a PSP.
It does actually look like a PSP.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a PSP.
Right. We all knew that. I definitely knew that.
It's like not smooth enough to be a Vita, I don't think. It's got that kind of weird blocking, but also it's the art style, so who could say?
It could be a Switch, yeah. Now, if the people are done bemoaning that pesky innocent until proven guilty issue, perhaps I could begin my cross-examination. Fire away, baby!
Fire away?
Baby? Reyes' testimony is meant to show that David's the only one who could have poisoned himself. She'll be on guard and hard set against helping me, but if I keep her focus on eliminating other possibilities, I could get her to make a point for me before she even realizes what's happened.
Okay. Anyone else in the building ever seen seen poisoning?
Was he ever seen poisoning himself?
Okay, thank you.
Huh?
Thank you. That's the I was like the phrase, was he ever seen poisoning himself? Could he have been poisoned off camera? That's great. That's a fantastic,
I like
because
that.
then we
Yeah.
highlight that there's not cameras in certain places, which then sets us up for the future maybe.
Yeah. Detective, isn't it possible that Dr. Asher was poisoned off camera? Possible? I don't know how else it would have been done. But that's just how but that just goes to show it had to have been suicide. The only time he was off camera was he was all by himself. Okay, we busted, I guess. Okay. Shit. That's not where I wanted to lead the conversation. It might certainly seem that way, yes.
Okay, I get Morgan. I feel like you could have spun that a little better, but all right,
Yeah,
that's fine.
come on.
Sure. Then the flip. Then we can do the flip, which is that you don't have evidence of him poisoning himself.
Poisoning himself. Yeah.
Okay.
Detective, we've been doing a lot of assuming and reasoning in quick succession, so I'll ask this plainly for the court. Is there any photographic evidence showing David Asher adding anything to his drink that night? No. Seems he had already poured it for the both of them by the time he returned to the parlor.
Okay, so he downstairs got the cups and poured the whiskey into them. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good to know.
Sus. Yeah. Okay. He had already poured? In that case, the next questions need to be when and what.
Any poison in kitchen? Sure.
Sure. Detective Reyes, during the course of your investigation, did you find any samples of Delta in the kitchen or parlor? No. That was a fast answer. Well, it was a pretty easy question. If we had found poison at the scene of the crime, that'd be a pretty important, don't you think? What about in his lab, his bedroom, his basement? No, and no. We didn't find Delta or any other unusual substance in any part of his penthouse. Right. They never found any poison. No poison at all?
Press. What about a poison container?
Oh, sure. I suppose. At any point in the investigation, was poison found on the body of the deceased? No. He must have been searched. Did he have any capsules or vials? Eyedroppers? Didn't even have his wallet on him. Why?
Okay. I was expecting to be able to keep pressing that, but
sorry, I got quiet because I was thinking.
I just thought we would keep being able to press that. I'll press this one because we know it's not the middle one, and we know this loops, or at least the other one looped. So I'm led to believe that if you exhaust them, they loop. So yeah, we'll do this one.
Okay. The only people you saw on the cameras that night were Dr. Asher and this witness, correct? Yeah, there was no footage in the house of anyone else. Are there any parts of the house that aren't recorded by camera? Sure.
Okay, that's what I thought the other one was gonna be.
Yeah, I can't quite follow the logic here, but that's fine.
No, the wording doesn't necessarily relate to what I think they're talking about. Because I thought the other one was gonna be about the cameras, but fine, we got the cameras.
Tricky. There are a number of rooms in the home's interior that don't have cameras in them. So it's possible that there were other people there that night because cameras weren't watching every room. No, that's not possible. The only way up to the penthouse is through the building's elevator or the fire escape stairs, both of which are on camera. And that still wouldn't get you past his front door, which is also on camera. No one besides the two of them was there that day.
We're gonna stay, obviously, because we already have it.
Yeah. Thank you for enlightening the court about this point, Detective.
We already asked about the green replaced one. We've already done that follow-up, which is how we got to 21.
That's right. Yep. What point? Well, I think it's strange, don't you, Detective? Oh, don't you, Detective? I mean, how could he have possibly poisoned himself without first procuring some poison? Blackjack. What do you mean, procure? Where did it come from, Detective? The poison that you're so sure was dissolved in his drink. It can't have come from thin air, you understand. It had to have been in another container at some point. Whatever it was in before, it probably evaporated. All of it? It only took a small droplet to kill.
Your Honor, are you going to ask them to keep it civil?
In a minute, sure. Yeah. She's like, this is too good.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't any pill bottle in his bathroom or syringe in his pocket containing this apparently deadly substance. So how did he get it? What did he keep it in? The police want to claim that Dr. Asher committed suicide because they've established that his guest never had an opportunity to kill him. But they failed to prove that the victim had the means to kill himself.
Then I guess I'll be the one to move things along. The Delta didn't come out of thin air, Counselor. And it didn't come from a syringe either. Dr. Asher was able to drip the poison right into his cup. Straight from the source.
Shit. That's way too specific to be a bluff.
Come on, well, I guess Morgan really didn't make this connection, which is why she didn't go revisit that room.
I guess not, yeah.
Huh, all right. That's the first time she's kind of lagged behind.
Allow me to submit the evidence, Exhibit G.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, yes. We're there.
Yeah.
Morgan!
I really thought she was bluffing. I thought Morgan knew what we were about, but no, she was like, we don't need to go back to that room. It's not important.
Here's the thing. She might still be bluffing because she will, conceal stuff from the player as well.
Mm-hmm.
So she might have already figured all this shit out, and we're getting a little played by Morgan here as well. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, what the hell, Morgan?
A piece of machinery found in Dr. Asher's laboratory, sold under the product name Nanofracturer.
Oh, I know this one. It's used in delicate scientific work to produce nanomachines, chemical compounds, and polymers. That's the same machine I saw when Dawes gave me a tour of the production floor. Huh.
Very good, Your Honor. It's a valuable tool in any scientific laboratory, and Dr. Asher was well acquainted with its use. As a matter of fact, he had a number of presets coded into it.
Even the android can see where this is going.
With just a few taps, he could reproduce any number of specific substances for his research. Or any other chemical his heart desired, really.
You think Randoc Mechanics would allow their product to be used to produce illicit chemicals?
Using the nanofacturer to make unlicensed drugs does go against their terms and conditions. So Dr. Asher's warranty is certainly null and void. But they can't hard code their machines to prevent the production of a drug that hasn't been invented yet.
That's,
Dr. Asher died when his respiratory system failed because of a depressant overdose. For him, it would have been peaceful, like falling asleep. You see, he didn't need to commission a synthetic drug from some street vendor or order an exotic poison from overseas. He could produce Delta at any time in the comfort of his own home. A quick and painless death, readily available in under a minute at the touch of a button. Specifically, preset number 19.
Oh, damn. I thought I actually had something for a moment there, but I was playing into Emma's hand the entire time.
Seems like we're done with this witness, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. But before we move on, perhaps we should take a moment to put together a timeline of events as we know them. Not for me, of course, just in case someone else might need it.
Simple enough. We know that Dr. Asher left the parlor and went down to the basement at 7:36 p.m. That's where he got the whiskey and the cups they drank from. The cameras show him returning to the parlor to drink with the witness at 7:40 p.m. And of course, we know that he fell ill and passed away shortly after.
like maybe in a comic book form? I don't know.
We're not there yet, Your Honor. You're jumping the gun, Your Honor.
Any objections so far, counselor?
Oh.
No, I think we're...
I don't think so.
No, I think we're good.
I don't think so. Timeline is correct so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Not at this time. No. The timeline you've described is accurate, as we know it.
As you say. With this latest piece of evidence, we now know that that Asher could have easily dispensed the poison directly into his cup by placing it inside the nanofacturer, activating the preset, and simply waiting 2 minutes. Easily accomplished during the 4 minutes he spent off camera from 7:36 to 7:40. Wouldn't you say?
Sarah, how's it going?
7%? 7%?
7%. 7%. Sarah, you gotta go faster. You gotta go faster.
Doing what I can.
Ooh, a complete timeline of events. He had the means. He had the only opportunity. Seems like we're about ready to wrap up here now. Where are we on that loading bar of yours, Sarah?
I don't know. I
had a feeling you'd say that.
Well, counselor, are we done here?
Nope.
No. Emma's argument is missing something.
Yeah, the files.
The fucking camera file. I think we raise. I think we fight. Can you
just
save?
to stall.
Yeah. Can you save?
I can. That's a pleasant discovery.
Yes. Let's go.
It's always fun when it's actually there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's stall. Let's
All
stall
right,
the
let's
fuck out of
stall.
this. Feels like we're missing at least one biggie here, folks. Namely, motive. Oh, right. I knew that. I wasn't getting excited to finish earlier or anything. It's fine. Whatever.
This is a preliminary hearing, counselor. Our focus should be on the evidence, so...
Just feels like an awful waste of taxpayer dollars to get us all down here for debate and not get to the truth of the matter, you know?
So, I was hoping we wouldn't have to go through this next part.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Your Honor, if it pleases the court.
Ooh, new evidence? Gimme.
This is a recording of a phone conversation dated at 6:30 p.m. last night between the deceased and a man he was having a relationship with. A man named Isaac Porter.
Oh, girl, you pulling that shit out?
Dragging this into the light.
Oh, shit. Porter and David's breakup call?
Whatever, if it helps us stall, I guess let's do it.
If Emma wants to present it here now, then the content must be relevance, Your Honor. Yeah, that. What bearing does this recording have on the case at hand, or whatever?
It establishes what emotional state the deceased was in on the day he died.
Oh my god. Oh, cool! Begin playback.
Hello?
Did we? I was
Yeah,
gonna say
I
you
did.
voiced David,
It was
right?
early
Yeah.
on.
Always so soft-spoken.
Oh, this is new art.
Oh, I didn't realize that he also had green hair like his daughter. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember,
Cool,
he's
cool,
got green text too.
He's got green text. He's got green text. Yeah. Yep.
Isaac, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's wrong?
Don't know. Guess I wasn't expecting you to pick up.
Why not? Did you mean to call me?
Yeah, I did. You gonna ask me how I've been?
Yeah. How have you been?
Christ, David.
What's the matter? Whatever it is, whatever I did, I'm sorry.
Whatever you did? It's alright, man. I'm sure you are sorry. I just don't want any more apologies from you.
I'm sorry. Okay.
And I don't think I want anything from you anymore, David.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have done this. This was unnecessary. My bad, man, for not taking the hints. With you, it's always better left unsaid, right? More efficient that way. So you can keep working.
Isaac, if I've been distant with you or
No, you haven't been distant with me or cold with me or anything with me for a while now.
Isaac,
Just forget it, man. Just forget I called. Forget it all. Yeah. Just forget we were ever anything but strangers. That's all we are now anyway.
Isaac, recently I've been distracted, I know.
Nah, don't worry about it. Really, we're good.
Oh. Okay. So, do you need anything, or should I?
Ugh. Ow. Owie.
I'm reading Malala, reader.
They were not good. Where did you even get this?
All of Dr. Asher's incoming and outgoing phone calls were recorded by the building's penumbra system, and the recordings continued for several seconds after each call was ended, for quality assurance.
Remind me to check the terms and conditions on my own phone bill next time. Oh, my own next phone bill.
Shall we hear the rest?
There's more?
Gotta be the last time. The last time I let someone. The last time.
Father.
It might just be a call, but it makes for pretty damning evidence at this point in the discussion. Emma's got her means, opportunity, and motive all lined up. So why is she looking at me like that?
That was depressing. Can we finish up without anything else that horrible?
Emma's never been apologetic in victory. So, does that mean this is just pity?
Less than 2 hours before Dr. Asher died, Isaac Porter entered their relationship over the phone. The court can make a reasonable assumption about what kind of mental state Dr. Asher was in that night.
That was a bad move, Miss Rockford.
Then, if the people have nothing further to add...
I've been feeling off my game all day. Caught between corporate inbreeders and ant-brain protesters But pitying me, here and now? Ugh. That's all it takes to get my blood properly boiling.
It's about time for...
Me to call my first witness. No.
You want to keep going? After that?
What are you doing, counselor?
Just calling the ultimate silver bullet, rock solid, slam dunk witness a girl could ask for.
Is here good? Does it matter where I put my hands?
Miss Starling, thank you for coming here today.
Of course. Whatever I can do.
What is your relation to the deceased?
I was his executive assistant at Noble Electronics. I would arrange his meetings, coordinate communications between him and other departments, that sort of thing.
Ultimate silver bullet?
Starling's the only play I have right now. The only stalling tool I have left. For now, I should just focus on getting as much information from her as possible. Whether or not it's useful, it'll at least buy me some time. While Jess is being sworn in, Sarah mentioned that the hard drive's about 60% decrypted. Oh! Okay. Considering the rate Sarah's gone at so far, there's maybe another hour left. I might be able to stall that long. If I talk real slow.
Actually, I'm just looking at chat, and I think this is an interesting thing to bring up, which is the way I chose to play David in that scene and the inherent flaw of voice acting for a character when you don't know the answer to the puzzle. I kind of read him as shocked and like he really didn't see this coming and like just kind of sad, but that scene wasn't voice acted. And it's worth noting that, just that like I could have accidentally put information in that doesn't actually exist. We don't know David. We really don't. So I just wanted to I'm seeing some interesting conversation about sort of that breakup sequence and how it could be read. And I think it is worth flagging that I distilled it down to one sort of answer just by virtue of voice acting when that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, that you had to kind of infer some information about how he was, being portrayed and felt in that moment, but we don't have all of that info.
Based on everything we've seen so far, that's sort of my interpretation of where he was at, especially with like that portrait and the framing and sort of just the general layout. But also, we know from Isaac's perspective that he read David as just cold and like, what, did you need anything? And obviously that's not how I was seeing it based on that, but it's just worth noting.
Yeah, no, that's a good call out. Yeah, for sure. And very cool interpretation, like with your voice acting.
Well, thank
you.
you.
I really like that. Yeah.
It usually doesn't come up because a lot of times our characters don't really know what's going on either, so it's okay, and you're not like putting stuff on top, but sometimes you do have to flag it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially because this game isn't voice acted. So like if you're just playing this on your own, you're just reading that. Yeah. And you have to sort of envision or imagine what your what David's tone is over, like, that you're listening to. But in doing that, it kind of invites the reader to ascribe your own interpretation of David into that moment. Yeah.
Very much so. I think everybody who reads it might have a slightly different read on it. So anyway,
Yeah.
just wanted to bring it up because I like I said, I saw people mentioning that scene in chat, and I had some thoughts about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to ask you a few questions about Dr. Asher. Please answer them to the best of your ability.
Right.
Dr. Asher was a well-known public figure, but was he well-regarded professionally?
Of course. Dr. Asher's work set the bar for the entire automated dependent world.
Stay focused, Spearmint.
Oh, it's a little nickname.
That is cute. I am now wondering why said Spearmint didn't totally disengage for the past like hour, because I feel like maybe she could have processed information quicker. I don't know if we needed her online during this, but I'm glad she's been here.
You're totally right. Yeah, I wonder if she put all of her processing power towards it, like, could we have gotten here?
Yeah,
a little
it's like
faster?
sit over here, lean against the wall over here, and process. Damn it!
No, we needed a peanut gallery.
I like the peanut gallery. I'm happy she's here, but I'm just saying, you know, if we're going for optimal strats, this maybe isn't the one.
Oh my god. Were there ever threats? Did people ever express an intent to harm him?
Objection calls for speculation.
Intent?
I'm feeling like that's gonna be sustained.
Did anyone ever threaten him?
There were times when he was the focus of negative attention.
How so?
Dr. Asher was a favorite subject of many conspiracy theorists. With all his contributions to the field, it was easy for them to make claims about his influence. They'd say that his work was plagiarized, or that he was hiding illegal subcommands in the technology he helped develop.
And people would contact him about these conspiracy theories?
Relevance.
Whether or not people wanted to kill him?
Well...
Withdrawn.
Miss Starling?
People would attempt to contact him, yes. But their messages were always too vague for the police to take action on. They would say that he belonged in jail, or that he couldn't avoid the truth. Or that someone should do something to shut him up. Ugh.
Did they ever talk about hurting him?
Yes. But I always turn those messages straight over to the police. Yeah, I'm seeing that on the record.
Yeesh, who writes this stuff?
All those cases have long since been resolved, Your Honor. And none of the parties involved have had any contact with David Asher in years. The police take harassment very seriously.
Yeah, I was about to say that would be new.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna be like that. I was yeah. You heard us go. Uh-huh.
Something you want to add, counselor?
Oh, I'm just clearing my throat. May I continue? You worked with Dr. Asher for many years. Did you have any relationship outside of work? Did you ever talk about anything besides professional concerns?
Sure, we'd gone out to dinner or met on the weekends. I think he liked to pick my brains since he needed relationship advice a lot. Even if he didn't realize that was what he was asking for. I'd like to think that he knew he could talk to me, but...
Did he ever talk to you or, to your knowledge, anyone else about hurting himself?
God, no, never.
Do you know of any history he might have had with mental illness, depression, anxiety?
No.
So when you heard the people argue that Dr. Asher had done this to himself,
I was shocked. I couldn't believe it.
you're saying that you can't believe
Objection.
on what grounds?
Asked and answered, stalling, and also the people have documents that would be of interest to the court in this matter.
Ooh, juicy. And what matter specifically are you referring to?
The deceased's mental health history.
Emma wouldn't be speaking up if she didn't have something real. Ugh. So what the hell is this about?
We have private correspondence that describe.
If they're private, then they should not have been obtained by the people without his permission.
He can't give permission if he's already dead. And we're well within our rights to obtain evidence as it pertains to his crime.
Convincing.
Damn, I didn't honestly expect to stop her from admitting her evidence into the record. But I was hoping to at least slow her. Ugh. Where are you on that footage?
77%. Approximately.
Okay. I need to buy whatever time I can, however I can. Even if that means running out the clock as a punching bag.
I have here messages between Dr. Asher and a psychiatrist he was meeting with and speaking to for the past year, along with paperwork detailing how his treatment was covered under his platinum plan.
That just
Sorry,
went into
one
the
sec. I want to go see.
terms, evidence.
I'll see the platinum plan in a
That-
moment. I first want to see his contract. Okay, it just says that this has the details, but not necessarily what those details are. Okay.
Okay.
And then the platinum plan used to schedule and pay for psychiatric appointments on several occasions. Okay. All right. Cool. Just wanted to check. Just wanted to check.
Okay.
Okay.
Platinum.
That's why I was checking, is I think that's news.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I think it is.
level. He was on a. We thought he was on a different plan, and that may contradict the health service he got. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
Good point. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I don't intend to air out all of Dr. Asher's secrets here in the court,
Oh, okay, I guess.
but I am prepared to read excerpts from his messages and transcripts from phone calls, which, when put together, paint a clear picture of the kind of stress Dr. Asher was experiencing and the dark thoughts he was struggling with.
Transcripts of his phone calls.
I'll admit them into evidence, assuming there are no objections.
There's something strange about this evidence. I mean, there is something strange about this evidence, I think.
Yeah, we
Again,
gotta
it's the-
stall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Grab a safe, yeah.
Probably not gonna load back. We haven't yet, and we probably won't,
No.
but worth trying.
I'll gladly object. On the grounds of foundation. Where did you say you got this?
It was retrieved from his digital records. There's no reason to doubt its authenticity.
Even if I were to point out that David had
Yeah.
an executive level 4 plan, not a platinum plan?
I was about to say that. We know that's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Really?
Yes, really. It's all there in the record.
This is easily explained. David had an executive plan that Noble managed for him, and he was also seeing a psychiatrist, both in person and over the phone. Your own witness has attested that he dealt with stalkers and was worried for his privacy, so it's easy enough to reason that he had a separate insurance policy he paid for on his own, even if only to keep one thing out of Noble's grasp.
Sure, easy enough to make that assumption. But that doesn't make it correct. David used a separate insurance to hide his psychiatrist from Noble's spying? No, he was smarter than that.
Young's testimony, didn't see him add anything. Okay, yep. And then we have the evaluation of Sarah's financial value, worth a lot of zeros. Recorded call, all building calls recorded, monitored by Noble. And then died, I mean, I guess it's this.
Oh, yeah. That,
yeah,
like, those
because
calls
like it
would've been
doesn't
recorded
matter.
then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know
we
which
have to
one I'd
put
put
it over
it
top
over
of
though. One sec.
This, I mean, I guess we have the record of the psychiatrist. Is that where the direction we want to go? I guess. We don't want.
Is this just he
Brilliant
talked off the
test.
books? It's weird that it doesn't give me a quick summary of what these each are, so I know which one.
Yeah, you can't like.
Or do
click
I just
on them or
put it on
anything.
top of her?
David hid. Yeah, David hid psych. Was it say psych treatments from Noble?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I guess
couldn't
you.
do.
Oh,
just
it goes
gonna-
in the last slot. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. David may very well have wanted a private psychiatrist, someone who didn't work for Noble, who'd have his best interests at heart. But if so, he wouldn't have contacted them over the phone. Not when he knew all of his phone calls were being recorded.
That's...
David Asher was well versed in having every aspect of his life overanalyzed by data-hungry parasites. Do you really think he would try and hide mental health problems from them with a second insurance policy?
Apparently, yes. Since I'm standing here with evidence that shows exactly that.
Does it, though?
Pardon me?
Yeah, like, what exactly are you suggesting, counselor? Still not done decrypting?
Well, it is difficult to...
Shut down, Spearmint. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, put all your
Fast-track
power into
this.
it. Right. What the hell? Might as well swing for the fences at this point. I'm not trying to muddle the issue or confuse the court, Your Honor. And I would never make outlandish, unsubstantiated claims just for the sake of causing drama.
What are you?
I'm merely concerned that D.A. Rockford has been an unwitting pawn in an act of corporate espionage.
You know what? Fair enough. That's a play.
I'm sorry, what? I wasn't listening.
What?
If the markets were open Monday with people believing that Dr. Asher, the man who programmed the brain of every noble android, was battling mental health issues for the last several months.
Objection! Mischaracterization! Foundation! All the rest! There are no corporate spies in this courtroom, counselor, and there are no boogeymen hiding under the bench.
Oh, thank God. David Asher was a once-in-a-generation intellect and an extremely valuable human asset to his employers. And his employers' many enemies would do whatever it takes to destroy his credibility now that he can't defend himself.
And he was also your personal... You shouldn't even be here arguing this case in the first place, counselor. Now you're trying to call the police's evidence gathering into question. All because you can't admit that for the past several months, your friend has been seeing a psychiatrist every Monday and you didn't know?
That is...
Sorry, but like, did you still need me up here? The witness will refrain from interrupting when the girls are fighting. Yes, ma'am.
With how my luck's been so far, Sarah's progress bar is probably moving backwards right about now. I love that she fucking said it. The girls are fighting. And Emma's patience is wearing thin. This could be my last shot to create any kind of reasonable doubt. I'd be happy to wrap up my questioning if the court will allow. That seems cool with me.
And my evidence, Your Honor, will it be entered into the record?
I'd like to hear a bit more testimony before deciding.
That's fine, Your Honor. As you were, Counselor.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it's at, I can probably only ask one more question. Better make it count. So what can Starling tell us that no one else could? If she hadn't called me this morning, I wouldn't be standing here. And she only did that because... Miss Starling, we're all gathered here to try and figure out what happened to Dr. Asher last night. So please tell us, when exactly did he last...
See you, contact you, meet you at HQ.
Contact you? Because it could be after he could have contacted her after he saw her.
No, it
right?
was a while ago because he gave Jess the instructions to bring Morgan and give her Sarah days ago, right? Because she was like, oh, there was stuff
Yeah.
going on and now I need you to come in.
Yeah, that's true, but that's also kind of suspicious.
Oh, yeah. I want to be clear. I kind of suspect Jess, but we'll get there. Because it's mainly economy of screen time.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's kind of one of those.
Uh-huh.
This is less of the evidence points towards her and more she's been around a lot. And there's not a lot of people that have been around a lot.
What's the deal with her?
The other part of me just thinks it was actually suicide.
Yeah, and that Morgan is like in denial. And
Well,
is
yeah,
trying to...
Morgan and Sarah more to the point because Sarah's going to be the one that has that information before anyone else does.
Oh, that's
I've been
true.
kind of sitting here like, what happens if she decrypts the files and it shows exactly what the state says, and then Morgan gets the interesting puzzle of, do you cave there, or do you continue to defend your friend, even if it's not necessarily the truth? Because, like, this is a whole inversion of, like, the just defense attorney thing.
Yeah.
This whole time I've been thinking, like, if Emma was Edgeworth, I'd be thinking, you know, what evidence is fake, or where did you fuck up? And she doesn't seem to be, I mean, maybe with the psychiatry calls, but, like, I don't know. I've been trying to figure out whether they were going to go full flop, which is... It's not the prosecution that's in the wrong here. It's in fact, like, what do you do as a defense attorney when the story doesn't track to what you want it to be?
Yeah. And I think that is entirely possible. I mean, it's also possible that maybe Sarah's lying to us and it's been decrypted this whole time and she's
she
stalling.
doesn't. Yes, exactly. I was about to,
tell us.
that's sort of what I mean.
Yeah.
Is like Sarah is the only one in possession of this information, and like,
Yeah.
it would be very interesting if she's wrestling with what to do with it.
Yes.
So my actual theory is that it was in fact a suicide the whole time, and this is now more of a moral puzzle. But also, if there was a crime, I don't know. Why the fuck has Jess been on screen so much?
Yeah, what's the deal with you, Jess? Yeah.
I haven't felt this way since a certain small town cop kept showing up over and over and over again.
Why
but yeah,
are you always there being really incompetent, huh?
Interesting.
But
yeah, I'm gonna say contact you, I think.
Okay, yeah. And there was one more thing I was going to say. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I mean, I guess what that all leads to is like, you know, if it is suicide, then it's like Morgan also, you know, one, struggling with the fact that her friend is dead, who took his own life, was struggling with mental illness, and Morgan didn't know, wasn't there to help him, has failed him, has been in denial and denying herself grieving.
Yeah,
you know, like,
exactly. No, I mean,
like,
that feels like the natural end to this story at this point.
It does. Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, contact you, I suppose. Yeah. When was the last time you had contact with Dr. Asher, Miss Starling?
Well, that's pretty easy for me to figure out. Let me just, Yeah, it was last night at 6:57 p.m. We texted back and forth.
There are records of some texts, but they're flagged as work-related. Does the court really think they're relevant, Your Honor?
Relevant?
I mean, technically, no, but texting makes a big difference.
I don't know if I feel that, but
was
sure.
right at the time before Young came over.
I'm happy to press this. We have a little bit of wiggle room, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
It could very well be the single most important piece of evidence in this whole trial.
I'm feeling less.
I
I'm feeling
said-
less.
Out of the side of my mouth here.
Okay.
What?
I got chills. I don't know why, though.
Must be a coolant leak. The defense doesn't know what they're talking about.
On the contrary, these texts are a vital piece of evidence that changed the timeline of events as we know them. We know what happened to David last night, generally speaking. But the order of events is critical, especially if Emma wants to make claims about David's state of mind.
Heads up! Select and place cards from your hand onto the slots in chronological order, left to right.
You're gonna make a comic book. Sorry,
You can
hand.
pick a card back up and place it into another slot if you change your mind, or use return to undo the last card you placed. Okay.
Okay, so this is the comic book. Okay, it's Isaac's call was first, and then text, Starling's text, and then Joy drank with him. Young's testimony, drank with him before he died, didn't see him at anything, corroborated by cam footage, and then David passes out.
Yeah, I agree. I wonder if they're doing something funky here. But where he was already down when Young arrived, but probably no, they're on camera.
Yeah, they're on camera.
Okay, they're on camera.
Yes, that's it. Thanks to Miss Starling, we now have a much clearer picture of the night's events. We know that Isaac Porter and David Asher broke up at 6:30 p.m.
Can I confess something for the crowd? I don't understand the chips. like on any level, maybe. I know you can up the ante, but I genuinely don't know why or how that benefits me. I know we have chips and we spin them and we lose them and we get them, but I don't know to what end.
Number go up?
I do
Number
not
go up.
I know there are health, but like do I like do I need a lot of them so long as I have enough to get by?
I think from what I'm gleaning from chat is that there's a score. They're how good
They're
you do.
for shopping. For what?
Shopping?
Are there outfits? Okay, maybe I don't care about. I don't think I care about the chips. I think I'm just gonna play the game.
It's your score / health. And
Okay. Okay.
it can lead
But
to us
no,
failing.
unless we're about to die, they don't. I mean, they don't matter other than like kudos. It seems like.
I think so.
Okay.
And
All right.
we need them in order to do certain actions, like whenever we object to something, like
Yeah, but we have like a
So-
lot.
yeah. Yes.
Okay, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I think until it becomes
Yeah.
relevant.
I think we're playing this game we're not like
We're not playing
You know,
like the
pl-
hardcore mode or anything like
exactly.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're playing at a level we don't have to really think about the chips too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think maybe I'm not going to until it becomes more relevant. Because
Until
people,
things are a
I
problem.
just want to acknowledge. I've seen the comments that are like, you can up the ante, and I'm like, but why would I do that? Because if I'm wrong, then I lose more. And if I don't like gambling. I don't know if sorry. I'm not a gambler.
I think therein lies the issue.
I'm like, but for what reason? I know she's a gambler, but she can gamble. That's fine.
To gain more for the chance, the game of chance.
Sorry, I'm being like maybe 2% facetious, and the rest of me is just like I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing a core game mechanic, and it looks like not really.
I don't think so. It does lean into the thematic aspect of it, where Morgan is a risk taker and likes to play with chance and fate.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So,
I just more meant like as a game mechanic.
Yeah, that's fair.
That it wasn't at the end going to be like actually you failed because you had fewer than 500 chips. And so you have to replay the level.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's more so like if you want to play into the vibe of Morgan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool stuff. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Thank you for the collective answer. I genuinely appreciate it. And I just needed to get this off my chest because I was like, I'm just simply not going to engage with that until I'm told why I need to.
That's so fair. That's probably the healthiest approach you can take to gambling.
Yeah,
so
exactly. I just simply don't. Because I could lose things. Okay, we're gonna finish this day. I know we're way over. I'm sorry. The vibe, it's just been kind of flowing, but I do acknowledge that we're way over, and I'm so sorry.
I do want to, surely we'll land on a stopping point shortly, and we'll be conscious of that. But yes.
Okay.
Okay. We know Dr. says that. Okay, we know that. Yes, I said that. Okay. And I was rooting for them so hard. Oh. And we know that David messaged his assistant, Miss Starling, at 6:57 p.m. David is on camera with the witness from 7:30 to 8 p.m. And he was declared dead not long after that.
The people don't object to that timeline of events, but we do question Counselor Morgan's reason for belaboring it.
One last question, Miss Starling. Yeah? What was the nature of your conversation with Dr. Asher? Oh, well, actually, we talked about you. And how he wanted you to have his android. That android, there. Putting his affairs in order, I guess? It might appear that way. Can you specify what his instructions were, exactly? How did he want this done? Well, he wanted me to bring you to his penthouse and help you get set up as the android's new owner. Yes, Miss Starling, but when did he want this to happen? Well, he said it was pretty urgent, and so I should do it first thing Tuesday morning.
Tuesday?
First thing Tuesday morning. David Asher didn't like doing anything on Mondays. And was he going to be in attendance? Well, actually, yes. He said he would work from home to help us. No way he intended for us to have that much trouble getting to... Oh! To summarize, then... Half an hour after he had already had his breakup and half an hour before his guest had arrived, he was planning an appointment that would require his presence with you for next Tuesday. That's right, he was! Not something you would think to do if you were planning on dying that very night. Oh, yeah, you're right!
That's...
Your Honor, if David Asher was preparing for the week ahead a mere hour before he passed away, don't you think the people's assumption about his mental state ought to be re-examined?
That's...
Your logic is sound. Do the people have a rebuttal?
If the court would just allow a moment?
Recess. Let's take a recess.
Sounds
That's
like
a
an opening
great
to
time
me.
for a recess.
For a recess. Sounds like an opening to me. If we assume that Dr. Asher was not suicidal and therefore did not kill himself, we must then ask ourselves who else had the means, motive, and opportunity to take his life. Until now, we've taken for granted this idea that the Delta must have come from his nanofacturer from inside the house.
Adonai?
Uh-oh. Not right now. But even if that's true, which it may not be, that doesn't mean that he was the one who used the nanofacturer.
Adonai!
Uh-oh. Would you allow me one moment to confer, Your Honor? Sure. Why not throw away your momentum? I'm in the middle of something, Sarah. I can't afford to let Rockford...
I've gained access to the hard drive's files.
What? Seriously?
As I said, progress with this type of encryption is exponential. It can be difficult to estimate.
Right, okay. Do you have the footage from last night?
I have the file.
Have you watched it?
I thought you'd want to know right away.
Suppose it doesn't matter. Either this has our silver bullet, or we've got a case. And we've got a case, or it doesn't, and everything falls apart.
That seems quite risky.
It's the least risky path to victory we have. Seeing how it's the only path to victory we have. Screw it. Upload it to the court computer.
Yes, Adonai.
Oh, gosh! Thank you for your patience, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
I'm awake. And I'm getting a pretty hefty chunk of video data for breakfast. Oh my god.
You're submitting security footage into evidence? New security footage?
The police corroborated the witness's testimony using the house's cameras. Security cameras installed by Noble as part of the penumbra system that showed the parlor, the kitchen, but not the basement. During the course of my investigation, I uncovered a hidden security circuit buried in the deceased's own home system.
You what?
The people say that the Delta must have been in Dr. Asher's cup because there's no other way for him to have ingested it. But we never saw him or anyone else put anything in his cup on camera.
Because he must have poisoned his own drink off camera.
Exactly.
What?
That's the only possible explanation, that he had added the Delta to his drink off camera. He placed his cup inside the nanofacturer, activated it, waited 2 minutes, and then walked upstairs to his death. But I'm about to present to the court footage retrieved from his basement. Footage that will show that the time he retrieved the cups in the basement, it was already past 7:38. Meaning he didn't have the opportunity to poison himself. One clip of footage will prove all that? If it doesn't, I'm completely screwed. But it's not like I can lose a preliminary hearing extra hard. Anything other than a royal flush here means I'm bust. So better be the Joker who dances. So better to be the Joker who dances.
Do we want to end there? I'm trying to decide when the best moment is, but I do like ending on so better to be the Joker who dances.
No, I want to keep going. I want to keep going. Actually, I actually want to keep going.
That line goes so hard.
Okay.
It goes so hard.
All
But
right.
I want to keep going. The data has been entered into the court record. Sarah, show us when Dr. Asher entered the basement.
Yes, Adonai. I'll search for it now. Here.
on screen. That's the bar, and the timestamp is 7:36. There. David's grabbing the bottle of Rose River and leaving.
At 7:37. Just under the wire, as it were.
Is that it then? I came this far just to... Wait. Did he have the cups with him?
Is there sound?
None at all.
Keep going. If he had to go back to get the cups...
Counselor. What's that android doing on camera?
Stop it!
It's at the bar. The android gave him the cups.
And androids can't commit murder, so.
Oh! I mean, it still means that maybe he committed suicide by way of Sarah, but still, like, what the... what?
Actually, that's an interesting question, is if an android poisoned him and he owns the android, and androids can't commit murder.
Does it still does it count as suicide?
Even if he didn't give the instruction, legally, where does that fall?
Yeah. Oh my god. Shit.
That machine never stepped on camera upstairs. Not once. We don't know it. We don't know its whereabouts the day of his death. It could have poisoned the cup whenever it wanted.
Shit.
What is this? I don't understand. Your Honor, have the courtroom cleared.
Understood.
Please, someone. I don't know what's going on.
Sarah, you need to shut down.
Please, tell me what I'm looking at. I don't remember any of that. Do we have the collars available?
Oh god! Sarah, shut down now!
Adonai, please! Please, tell me what I...
That's an order!
Is it off?
Yeah, it's off. I've seen this before. It won't do anything until I reactivate it.
We don't know that. We don't know anything about this thing anymore.
That's...
Your Honor, in light of the most recent evidence, the people would like to withdraw their charges against Dr. Asher and end this preliminary hearing. It has been made abundantly clear that Dr. Asher did not commit suicide.
I mean, I guess we did it, yay! Oh, God. Oh.
Very well. The charges are withdrawn and the defendant is free to go. Well, as free as he can be in the afterlife. The case is dismissed. Congratulations, Counselor Morgan.
Yay! Chalk up another victory for Morgan Esquire. Now all I have to do is deal with the shitstorm of the decade. Whoo! Whoo! Good thing we saw that at the end of the night. This is probably where we stop, huh?
Yes, it is. I just needed to be able to save.
Oh my... Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So Sarah doesn't remember doing that. It doesn't... That's just added so many more questions. Like, did Sarah... Did Sarah do it on her own? Because, like you said, androids can't commit murder. Did Dr. Asher command her to do that? Did she do it on her own? Even if she did do it on her own, like you said, legally, because she's owned by Dr. Asher, does that still mean it was a suicide? Wait a minute. She was already turned over to Morgan. Oh, shit. She was already turned over to Morgan by that point.
No, she
right?
wasn't. No.
Wasn't she?
No.
No?
Oh
because
shit.
we hadn't like activated her, or like, and especially legally, she wasn't properly turned over until we went to Noble Electronics.
She wasn't turned over into Noble Electronics. Okay.
I don't know.
So then maybe she's still owned by David. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Huh.
I'm excited to pick up next time and see what more we can learn.
Yeah. I know Chad is saying that we could keep going, but we've gone a little bit late. And here's the thing: we're gonna pick up next time and see where this takes us. And if it is the end of this chapter, that's okay, because we're gonna keep
then we
playing
just roll into the next
chapter.
one. Yeah, I'm not. We've been doing that with Scarlet Hollow. I'm not too worried about doing that on this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going with this one. Fear not. But I am what a great bombshell to drop right at the end here. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting complexity. I'm a little surprised, only in that I figured they'd roll in the androids doing murder thing later on, just because they set it up so early that it felt like it was going to be a late game thing. But I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah. Similarly, I thought we would go like a little bit later with that, but it's good setup because I feel like it's gonna roll into maybe our other chapters potentially. I don't know. We'll see. That was so good. This was a very interesting chapter, and I still feel like there's more to be gleaned from that evidence that we just unlocked. So
yeah,
I'm
also
excited to
seeing
find out.
Nocebo's effect. Can I be honest? The reason I may have a slightly flat affect, this is just iRobot.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was like a bait and switch, but it is feeling like it's just iRobot.
It is. Yeah.
I'm just like, huh, yeah, I mean, that was the most obvious answer. It's exactly that movie.
But it is iRobot.
It's just exactly iRobot.
While also referencing Ace Attorney and other visual novels. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested to see how they play it out. The reveal itself, I'm like, yeah. I mean, I had ruled that out just because then it would just be the movie. But but I'm curious to see how it actually plays out.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, like it wears its influences on its sleeve, but I'm excited to see what it does.
Yes,
with them. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
It's like now that it's played that card, I'm very interested in the follow up.
Yeah, because this game has very good writing and world building, and it's very, very thoughtful.
Yeah,
and I trust it. I know we've talked about this before. Like, we're just kind of on, like, in for the ride.
Yeah,
you know?
Me as well. Like, I'm not saying this to be like I'm disappointed with that. I'm more just like, yeah, okay. So we are just doing iRobot. But now I'm curious within this world, within this story, within this game, what they want to say about that, because I imagine it is quite interesting.
Indeed. Oh, this was such a great time. I'm so glad we got to pick this one back up tonight. Thank you all. Thank you for joining us live. If you're here with us live on Twitch and in chat and hanging with us and supporting us, we really, really appreciate it. And thank you to folks who follow along in the VODs. We appreciate your support as well. Come hang out with us on Twitch if you want to watch us live. We have a fun time over here.
We do indeed. It's been a blast. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us, and see you all next time, folks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.